It's time for Wolverine football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Wolverine football is also brought to you by the Triangle Bar and Grill, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, the law offices of Owen Seaman, Bush Brothers Car Care, the Barber's Inn in Swissvale, LG3 Entertainment, Web Landings, A-Boss Opticians, Matthews Auto Service, and DeZubin Dental Associates. Now it's time for the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show.
It's Wolverine Friday here in Moon Township. Eric Shuley along with Jim Shuley on the call for you tonight. The Wolverines coming into tonight's game with a loss last week against the 6A Seneca Valley Raiders. 2-6 on the year are the Wolverines, 1-4 in the Allegheny 8 Conference. Here to face the Moon Tigers, who last week also suffered a loss. They lost to Upper St. Clair 24-16 in a tough game. They almost came back at the end. There were 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. They are 2-6 overall in the year and 1-4 in conference, just like the Wolverines. We're going to step away for a moment, but when we come back, we'll have a little more pregame analysis. I'll bring in colorman Jim Shuley, and we'll get you set for kickoff right here on the Woodland Hills Football Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. You're tuned in to the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
State Senator Jay Costa is proud to represent Pennsylvania's 43rd District since 1996 and is happy to support the Woodland Hills football team. If you have an issue concerning state government, contact one of Senator Costa's 3 local offices. Senator Costa's offices offer a variety of services for constituents. You can reach Senator Costa's Forest Hills office at 412-241-6690 or log on to senatorcosta.com. The Triangle Bar and Grill in Swissvale is a proud sponsor of the Wolverines and has been serving the Woodland Hills community for nearly 3/4 of a century. The Triangle, located on Monongahela Avenue, is the home of the Battleship, the sandwich that made Swissvale famous. Plus, the Triangle has a full menu of specialty sandwiches you're gonna love. Call the Triangle at 412-271-9885 to place your order now. Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, with locations in East Pittsburgh and Turtle Creek, is a member of the Hall of Excellence of the National Funeral Directors Association. This reflects the same pursuit of excellence by our Woodland Hills football team, cheerleaders, marching band, students, staff, and faculty. For over 110 years, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home has been honored to serve local families and to be a proud partner of the Woodland Hills communities.
Life has its ups and downs. There are times when you or a loved one needs help. That's why you should know the name LGAR, Health and Rehabilitation Center. Located just minutes from the Monroeville Mall, the LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center has been known by locals for many years, and they excel in reputation, rehabilitation, recuperation, and residential living. The help and answers you need are just a phone call away at 412-825-9000. Also on the web at lgar.org. LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, a name you should know and a name you can trust.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, the Wolverines getting ready to take on the Moon Area Tigers. Eric Shuley on the call with Jim Shuley here tonight as the Wolverines get ready for this big conference matchup for both teams as they both look to maybe slip into the playoffs. This is a must-win for both teams if they really want to get in. So I bring you in here tonight, Jim, on your first game here for Woodland Hills. And what do you think of the keys to the game here tonight for the Wolverines?
Well, you can call me Dad, first of all. And last time we worked together was a lot warmer. It was in Florida for some softball games with the St. Vincent softball team. But I'll tell you, Eric, that we've got to score more points. That's the thing. It's all about the offense. I think the defense will hold true tonight. But, getting opportunities and squandering points is not going to be the way. And I know that's kind of cliche to say that, but that would be about my estimation on that.
Okay, well, thank you, Jim. We're going to get down to the field here. Kickoff is right about to start. Wolverines will return the opening kick here tonight. We are pretty far away here up in the booth, so it's a hard time seeing the numbers, especially with the angle that we have, but probably Anthony Meredith back there and among maybe William Clark, as it looks at first glance. As we get ready, get underway here at Tiger Stadium. Kick is up and away. Line drive kick that's going to carry into the end zone for Moon, and that will start the Wolverines at a touchback now.
Yeah, no chance that one hit in the end zone and rolled through. So the Wolverines will take over.
Certainly Moon has watched their film. They know that Wolverines have several return men that can hurt them. So ball placed at the 20 for the touchback. And that is where Gavin Judson, starting quarterback for the Wolverines, will get his offense underway. High formation for the Wolverines. Judson under center. And some early movement there. Looked like the Wolverines may have jumped early.
Yeah, moving back.
Not exactly how you want to start if you're the Wolverines. They have been plagued by those pre-snap penalties all season, and there's going to be another one, a false start. And that'll back Wolverines up to the 15-yard line, so they will start now on a 1st and 15 rather than a 1st and 10. Wolverines playing tonight without starting right tackle Thomas Sheard, who's been a rock there all season. And looked like more early movement by the Wolverines. And as I say that, I believe it was Savon Givner, the replacement right tackle for Thomas Sheard. So 2 false starts to start the game for the Wolverines. That is not how you want to start.
Oh, 1st and 20 at the 10-yard line. Their own 10. That's certainly not the way to begin the game. 10 yards and penalties already on the first 2. Well, not even snaps. They were dead ball infractions.
Back in a hole now, the Wolverines on a 1st and 20 to start the game. Snap goes to Judson. Give up the middle. Nowhere to go for Anthony Meredith. He's going to lose another 5 yards. Depending on where they spot this ball, it should be spotted at the 5-yard line. That's where his forward progress was stopped. But it looks like they're actually going to give the Wolverines another yard. That's pretty generous, I would say. It looked like maybe he didn't even get back to the get to the 6-yard line. As we take a look at the instant replay here. Actually, he did probably get back to the 6. But a nice play knifing through there for the Moon Tigers, Brendan Luffy.
Yeah, Luffy
6'1", 275 junior.
Came from the right side all the way across and made the play.
Wolverines really, really not doing themselves any favors right now. And there's another false start for the Wolverines, so this will be half the distance to the goal. They'll back up even more. You know, you're coming in here tonight, and this is a game you absolutely need to get to if you want to get to the playoffs, and just a dismal effort so far by the Wolverines.
It's been, well, I don't even know if you can call it an effort. They've been dead ball and a loss. Yeah, they've got to try to get half of this at least.
3rd penalty already for the Wolverines, just only a minute into the game. 2nd and very long. Judson takes a snap back to pass. He is hit in the end zone for a safety quick. And that's Luffy, the guy who came through and got Anthony Meredith on the quick hit there. And already 2-0 Moon, as the defense didn't even have to do too much. And it's been all Brendan Luffy so far for the Moon Area Tigers.
Yeah, he looked like he was untouched, Eric. He was in immediately on Judson right there. Somebody missed an assignment up the middle, and Luffy was right there to sack him a good 5 yards deep into the end zone. So sometimes it was that question of whether or not he was in the end zone or not. This time, there's no question about that. So Woodland Hills will kick off. Will have their free kick and trail 2-0. And what an awful start here for the Wolverines.
Certainly only 1 minute into the game. The Wolverines do not look ready for this game at all, as they came out and just 3 penalties, 2 plays hitting the backfield on a run for a 4-yard loss, and then a sack in the end zone. And this is giving the Moon Area Tigers way too much confidence right now, as a team that is giving up 27 points a game. Their focus is really not defense, and defense looked pretty good there to start. Kick is away by Hanchett. Drops at about the 32, 33-yard line. Picked up by Moon. Hit pretty hard there for Moon was Zach Jadlocki. Taken down there about the 36, 37-yard line. Looks like they'll spot it at about the 37 here for Moon. At their own 37 is where they will start. Wolverines defense has played tough all season, but tonight they are missing a staple on the defense in linebacker Sidney Summers. It's going to be tough to fill that hole. Guys like Michael Roman and Anthony Meredith are really going to have to step up. Moon comes out, empty set, 5 wide receivers out to the left. Pass complete to Sean Brennan. Nice grab there and a pretty nice gain for Brennan.
Brought down by Jay Smith. Ronnie Stubbs.
I think Jaden Lucas was on the tackle there. On that quick out pattern. And Jaden Lucas made the first contact, and then a couple other Wolverines joined in.
2nd and 3 now for Moon. 4 wide receivers, trips to the right. Give up the middle. Nowhere to go there as Michael Roman comes through, firing through for the Wolverines on a big hit there on running back Brady Sunday.
Assisted by Caleb Brevard. Key third down play right here. We can flip the field a little bit and maybe get the ball around the 20 or so. That maybe erase some of that nastiness.
Actually gave him a yard there, so it'll be 3rd and 2. DeJuan Howes looked like he went into the neutral zone, but no call, no whistle. Play clock down to 5. 3, 2, Dante Clay, the quarterback, waiting for the snap. He gets the shotgun snap. Firing through is Anthony Meredith. And a nice rush there by Anthony Meredith to make Clay rush that pass. Looked like there were a couple intended receivers there. It wasn't just a throwaway, but unable to haul it in were any Tigers. And great pressure by Anthony Meredith. Something that the Wolverines need to do is blitz.
Yes, they do, and that's a good way to answer back. 3 and out for the Tigers. Actually, that pass was almost intercepted there by Jaden Lucas.
Punt formation. Dante Clay gets it off and over the head of Jaden Lucas, and a very nice bounce for Moon. This one's going to go all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
It went into
the end zone, though, so this will be a touchback. Luckily for the Wolverines, the Tigers were unable to pull that in and down it before it went into the end zone. It just trickled in, and that's big news for the Wolverines, Dad, because otherwise they'd have been backed up again.
Yeah, the momentum took him in. I think he might have been able to bat it, back towards the field, Eric, but once he hit the ground and kind of did the slide, that put the ball into the end zone along with part of the body of number 57 there, Sean Heitler.
9:27 remaining in the first quarter. Wolverines look for a do-over here as they start with the touchback. Ball at the 20-yard line. Pitch to Anthony Meredith to his left. Not too much running room, but he makes something out of nothing, carrying some Tigers with him. Gets all the way up to about the 30. Depending on the spot, we'll see what they give him. Looks like he's right at about the 30-yard line. Should be a first down for the Wolverines.
Yeah, he was hit a good 6 or 7 yards back, the initial contact there, but then he carried a couple of Tigers along with him, and it'll be 2nd and short for the Wolverines.
Nice blocking there by fullback Chris Jones, lineman Caleb Brevard, clearing the way for Anthony Meredith. First down, Wolverines. Give up the middle. This time, nowhere to go for the Wolverines. There was Anthony Meredith again, and a name I'm sure we'll be calling a lot tonight, Brendan Luffy. Knifing through and making a great play in the backfield. And you know what, Dad? The Wolverines are going to have to mix things up here. You are not going to be able to go with the approach of just running up the middle. We saw it last week. It did not work at all against Seneca Valley. And my guess is that it's not going to be too successful tonight either against Moon.
Yeah, we were looking at 2nd and 1. Now what are we, 2nd and 6?
Well, that was a first down, so you got about 2nd and 12 here. Pass to Mike Coleman. Little curl route. Gets to about the 35-yard line there. But puts the Wolverines in a 3rd down and about 5 here. So we'll see what Wolverines opt to do. Hopefully they look to pass here. Has a nice pass from Gavin Johnson. Hits Michael Coleman coming back and gets him up to the 35-yard line. Approaching 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Judson under center here. I formation. Snap. And he's going to run it up the middle. Nowhere to go for Anthony Meredith, hit in the backfield. So Woodland Hills now will look to punt. This will be about a 4th and 7 here. After a couple promising plays there, they try to run up the middle on 3rd and 5, and not sure I like the play call there.
Brings up 4th down and 7. Back to punt for the Wolverines is Charles Hanchett.
Wolverines in punt formation.
It's Chucky Hanchett back to punt. Low snap, but he's able to pull it in and get a nice punt away here for the Wolverines, and more of a moon bounce there as Chad Lockey gets out of the way. And Woodland Hills will start there, or Moon, excuse me, will start there 1st and 10. It's 2-0 Moon with 7:25 remaining in the first quarter. We'll step away, take a quick break here. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
State Senator Jay Costa is proud to represent Pennsylvania's 43rd District since 1996 and is happy to support the Woodland Hills football team. If you have an issue concerning state government, contact one of Senator Costa's 3 local offices. Senator Costa's offices offer a variety of services for constituents. You can reach Senator Costa's Forest Hills office at 412-241-6690 or log on to senatorcosta.com.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, Moon will start 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Snap, shotgun snap. Clay decides to keep it there. Hit hard by a couple Wolverines after a couple yards there for Dante Clay, the starting quarterback for the Tigers.
A good pursuit there by the interior for the Wolverines. Christopher Jones.
Taylor Brooks also in on the tackle for the Wolverines. 2nd down and 7 for Moon. Shotgun snap goes to Clay. Give up the middle to Brady Sunday. Couple yards there as he gets up to the 30, and that'll give Moon a very manageable now 3rd and about 2.
Another situation where if the Wolverines are able to stop them here on 3rd and 2, should be able to get pretty good field position coming back.
Shotgun formation, trips to the right. Dante Clay with Sunday to his left, and the Wolverines jump offside, and that'll give the Moon Tigers a free 1st down.
So we've done it on offense, and now, Bud, we've done it on defense. And that one's a tough one because it moves and sticks. Jumping into the neutral zone.
Free 1st down there for Moon. Woodland Hills not doing themselves any favors right now. Some key penalties.
Right there.
Just not staying disciplined on offense or defense. 1st and 10 for Moon. Snap goes to Clay, running straight up the gut, but nowhere to go. Stops on a brick wall. There's Joshua Rawlings on the hit there for Woodland Hills.
Yeah, it looked like he ran into his own blocker there, Eric, and then was pretty much stopped cold. Woodland Hills defense came in to kind of clean things up.
6 minutes left in the first quarter here. 2-0 Moon on an early safety after a couple pivotal penalties by the Wolverines. They only backed up after they started the game on a touchback after 2 false starts, hitting the backfield on a run. Another false start, and then Judson went back to pass, was hitting the end zone. That caused the safety. 2nd down and 10. Clay back to pass, looking deep down the center. 2 Wolverines there. Unable to bring it in was Jaden Lucas, as he was looked like the intended receiver there. He was playing defense, obviously. Ramon Dean was the intended receiver for Moon, but Lucas had a great shot at that. Take a look at the instant replay, and looked like Lucas might have had it.
Yeah, Dean was covered front and back there.
Right through his hands did it go for Jaden Lucas, and then Ramon Dean maybe thrown off by the great coverage by the Wolverines, was unable to haul it in. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 here for Moon. Shotgun snap goes to Clay, an empty set. Scrambling, trying to get out of the pocket. Nowhere to go. He's hitting the backfield by the Wolverines. Christopher Jones in on the sack. Big play for Woodland Hills.
Yeah, Jones came through and was not going to let him escape the tackle there. Sometimes with a quarterback that likes to run and move out of the pocket, you see him able to shake this kind of a situation, but not so the case on that one.
Taken down at the 30, so 4th and about 15 now here as they're in punt formation are the Moon Tigers.
Wow.
Gets the punt away. Jaden Lucas back to receive. Pulls it in at about the 32. He goes, got a couple blockers, looked going to go out to his left at about the 40-yard line. Tries to spin out of a tackle, but not able to do that. Ramon Dean, first man there for the Tigers.
Yeah, they'll give him the
Looks like the 38 is where they're going to spot the ball.
Okay. Is my imagination, or is he really up close in punt formation?
Yeah,
It doesn't take a normal drop.
looking like they're going with the safer route there. Get the punt away as quick as possible, and we haven't had a good view on that, but it looks like it's Dante Clay, the quarterback, doing the pooch punt technique for the Tigers. 4:51 left in the first. Wolverines come out now 1st and 10, their own 38-yard line. Judson in the shotgun. Give to William Clark on the inside handoff. William Clark has room to run at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35. Almost tripped up there. Only one man to beat Ramon Dean, but Ramon Dean takes him down. But the Wolverines, a big run there off the inside tackle, in the inside handoff from Gavin Judson. He's been doing it all year, Dad. William Clark, key contributor for the Wolverines on offense.
Yeah, Clark found that seam down the left side, just burst through the hole and was kind of corralled at the 15-yard line out of bounds. So the Wolverines in business here for sure. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 15-yard line.
Running out of the shotgun there. Maybe threw him off a little bit. The Wolverines will start at the 16, 1st and 10. He can still get another first down. Judson in the pistol. Sends a man in motion. Give straight up the middle. William Clark not having nearly as much luck that time as I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming there. As Woodland Hills not getting very creative there, as they just wanted to run straight up the gut, see if it worked again. Obviously didn't. That puts the Wolverines back a couple of yards, and we'll see what they opt to do here on a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, so far nothing up the middle. The big gainer by Clark was actually beyond the left tackle side of the line of scrimmage, and that's where he found the hole. Up the middle, it's just been stuffed time after time early here.
2nd down and 12 for the Wolverines. Pitch now to William Clark to the right side, but he's not going to have anywhere to go. But he cuts back his field, and he's got more room to run on the left side. Nice run by William Clark as he cuts back, able to use his speed and athleticism to get some extra yardage for the Wolverines when that play looked like it was doomed from the start.
I'd like to see him a nice block there on the left side once he reversed his fields. I didn't pick up the number, but maybe we can see it here on the replay.
Sent Michael Roman in motion to get an extra blocker, but it did not matter. Moon was pursuing big time there, but William Clark was able to break through a couple tackles and put the Wolverines on a 3rd and manageable, about 5 yards.
Actually, it was Judson who made the block.
Snap, Judson, fake give, little turnaround. He's got Mike Roman in the back of the end zone, wide open, touchdown Wolverines. Nice pass by Gavin Judson, finding Michael Roman in the back of the end zone. He can do it on both sides of the ball, Dad.
Yep, and he was wide open, made a nice fingertip catch. Judson delivers the ball perfectly right to where it had to be. And the Wolverines have taken a 6-2 lead, point after coming by Chucky Henchett.
Chucky Henchett ready to get the extra point. Lucas on the hold. Henchett, kick is up. And the kick is good with 3:26 remaining in the first quarter. It's the Woodland Hills Wolverines 7 and the Moon Area Tigers 2. You're tuned in to the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
State Senator Jay Costa is proud to represent Pennsylvania's 43rd District since 1996 and is happy to support the Woodland Hills football team. If you have an issue concerning state government, contact one of Senator Costa's 3 local offices. Senator Costa's offices offer a variety of services for constituents. You can reach Senator Costa's Forest Hills office at 412-241-6690 or log on to senatorcosta.com.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Wolverines lead the Moon Area Tigers 7-2 right now. Nice play call there. Letting Judson get out of the pocket and find Michael Roman in the back of the end zone. And a nice grab by Michael Roman on the run as he was able to pull that in as Judson making that throw on the run puts it right where it had to be. Kick away by Chucky Henchett. This one's going to come right at about the 15 is where it's pulled in by Moon. Coming straight up the middle, then decides to cut left, but taken down by a couple Wolverines, and there's going to be a flag on the play. I would expect this is probably on Moon for a hold or a block in the back, but we will see.
Generally the case, of course, on Hudson kickoffs. The crew discussing the matter right at the 30-yard line. Like it's going to be a hold, Eric. Yes.
Hold on Moon there on the kickoff. That'll back him up. As we take a second look here on the return.
Yeah, the Wolverines had that bottled up pretty well.
Jadlocki on the return there for Moon. Taken down, so Moon will start here. Dante Clay in the shotgun. Trips to his left. 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line. Clay gets the snap. Give up the middle to Brady Sunday. Taken down pretty quick there by the Wolverines. Anthony Meredith, DeJuan Howes, Christopher Jones in on the hit.
Yeah, Sunday, a 6'1" senior. Checks in at a little over 200 pounds, so he's a big running back in his final year of play.
2nd down and about 9 here for Moon. Clay takes a snap, rolls out immediately to his right. Got a man open. Nice pass there by Clay, completed to Sean Brennan on the run. And that's going to put them in a very manageable 3rd down and about 2.
I'll see if the Wolverines can step up here and squash this and put the Tigers back into a punting situation.
3rd and 2. And the Wolverines jump offside yet again. Keep shooting themselves in the foot in these 3rd down situations, and you cannot do that. They are just not waiting. And that looked like it was a reserve defensive lineman for the Wolverines. Maybe that had something to do with it. It looked like it was Anthony Collins, number 81, who does not play too much. The junior does not play too much defensive line, and possibly that is part of the reason why he jumped there. But nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Moon Tigers. Gets the snap, and a nice cut there by Dante Clay. He's got tons of room to run up the center of the field. Gets up to midfield, and a very nice cut there by Dante Clay on the Wolverines. And man, he just took that ball and ran right to midfield, and he just cut past Christopher Jones there with ease.
Yeah, it looked like they were playing the pitch man and not the quarterback.
The option was successful there for Moon, so they'll start now 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line as they enter Wolverines territory. Give up the middle to Brady Sunday. Gets up to about the 46-yard line.
Trying to use some of that beef up front to put them in a manageable 2nd down situation. They're going to give them 2 yards, a little more like 3, but the scoreboard showing 2nd and 8.
More like 2nd and a long 7.
Yeah.
Here for Moon. Dante Clay in the shotgun, trips to his left. Ball at the 46-yard line of Woodland Hills. Gets snapped, looking to his left. High pass there for Brennan. Jaden Lucas on the coverage, and it would have been tough to pull in for Brennan, but good thing Lucas was there just in case. He probably wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, he had to zip that ball, Eric, because if he floats it out there, that ball's liable to be picked up by Woodland Hills on the interception, and he had nothing but green in front of him, so they'll trade that. The incomplete pass for what could have been a disaster there for the Tigers.
3rd and a long 7 here for Moon. 1:19 remaining in the 1st quarter. Empty set, 5 wide receivers for Dante Clay. Gets the snap. He's going to take the snap and go right up the middle, tuck it and run it. He's got plenty of running room and totally outsmarted the Wolverines there. They were not ready for that, expecting the pass as they spread out the defense, and a great, great play call by Moon.
It was a quarterback option up the middle the whole way. That was not a broken play at all. That was
right. Quarterback draw right up the middle there.
Draw.
And they just totally outsmarted the Wolverines, as I said. Wolverines only rushed 3, and why not do that, you know? So Moon will start now, again, 1st and 10. at the 35-yard line of Woodland Hills. Brady Sunday hit immediately as Dante Clay had a little bit of trouble with that low snap.
Yeah, it was a low snap.
It was not Brady Sunday, excuse me. Jamal Littlejohn, the running back there. He gets a yard there, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, watch the snap comes in. Almost a short hop. Did get it in the air, but
Anthony Meredith came in on the tackle there for Woodland Hills.
Timing of the play was botched there with the low snap.
Clock at 25 seconds now. This could be the last play of the first quarter. Dante Clay trips to his right. Takes the snap, immediately rolling to his right. He's tucking and running with it, and he's got plenty of running room. And he gets all the way up to the 26-yard line, just a yard shy of the first down, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. And you know, Dad, this is interesting to see as they are running pretty much at will against Woodland Hills right now.
Yeah, it's been pretty much the Dante Clay show early on.
So that's the last play of the first quarter, as mentioned, and Woodland Hills right now up 7-2 on the Moon Area Tigers. Defense has done okay. They've been able to stop the run mostly with the running backs, but when it comes to the Dante Clay run, the Wolverines have had a lot of trouble stopping it.
Yeah, they definitely have. They haven't been able to reel him in. He's picked up some important first downs for them, and he's been pretty much the show for the Tigers this evening. Fortunately, Eric, we were lucky to get the lead in the first quarter with the penalties, lots of key penalties, but the Wolverines were able to overcome that and get the 7-2 lead. But now the Tigers are driving deep into Wolverine territory to begin the second.
That touchdown drive by the Wolverines, Judson to Roman on the touchdown pass after a nice long run by William Clark as we head down to the field now and get ready for the start of the second quarter. Wolverines up 7-2. Defense doing okay so far for Woodland Hills. There have been a handful of big plays for Moon that have given them success. Other than that, Woodland Hills defense has played pretty well, but having a lot of trouble with the quarterback run. The snap is fumbled by Dante Clay. It looks like Moon gets back on it there, luckily, but that's going to bring up 4th down, and it's 4th down territory, obviously, but you know, that makes it more difficult as they were looking for the quick snap sneak there as Dante Clay came up to the line of scrimmage looking to get the ball and go across the first down line, but unable to handle the snap. Now a 4th and 1.
What were they looking for there? The
quick snap sneak. Quick snap sneak. There it is. Had some trouble there. 4th and 1. Dante Clay in the shotgun trips to his left.
Add a little levity to the game if you can.
Coming back up. Looks like they're going to try it again. Looked like some early movement there by Moon, but he's not able to get it on the QB sneak. It looked like one of the linemen false started, didn't get called, but that's actually better for the Wolverines as they clog that QB sneak. Yeah, great job by the Wolverines. Caleb Brevard, DeJuan Howes to clog that center and not let Moon get the first down.
I thought we were going to get called there for a neutral zone infraction, but you're right. A little part of the Moon line did jump a little early there.
We will take it as Anthony Meredith also came up there from his linebacker position to make a big play for the Wolverines. They get a stop. They get the ball back now. Their own 27, 1st and 10. Gavin Judson in the pistol. He's got 4 receivers, 2 right, 2 left. He brings Mike Coleman in motion. Give up the middle to William Clark. Nowhere to go. And the ball is fumbled, and it's returned for a touchdown. I didn't even see that ball come loose there. Sean Heitla takes it in for Moon, and, you know, yet again, these touchdowns coming on the opposition against the Wolverines. All year this has been happening. Defensive touchdowns, special teams touchdowns. You have to take a look at the instant replay here and see how this really happened. As William Clark took the handoff, had nowhere to run, and Heitla just took the ball away from him.
Yes, he did. He just stripped him. I think it initially started as there was some contact with his own player, and that kind of changed the direction of the ball.
Extra point is blocked by the Wolverines. I think there might have been a whistle. No whistle before. It was blocked by the Wolverines. So Woodland Hills now trailing by 1, 8-7, after a fumble touchdown return by Sean Heitla for the Moon Area Tigers. And a couple strange scoring plays for Moon as they got the safety on the first drive for Woodland Hills. Then they get the fumble recovery touchdown as Heitla just ripped it away from Clark. And, you know, that's something you do not see very often as we take a second look at that the extra point block. William Clark is a strong individual, strong runner, and you never, ever see the ball get ripped away from him like that. A couple Tigers were in on him early, and they were able to hold him up there, and then Heitler came in and just ripped the ball away and took it in the end zone, and the Wolverines can't do stuff like that if they want to win this game.
Yeah, and I thought maybe he made contact with one of his own players there and then kind of turned the ball just a little bit. Then Heitler had a great shot at it, stripped it, and waltzed into the end zone.
Wolverines getting ready to return the kick here now, as Moon will kick off, up 8-7 with 11-11 here in the second quarter. And just again, you got to stress you cannot give away points like that. As after the defense makes a huge stop on a 4th and 1, they score on a defensive touchdown, just like that. Kick, short kick to the right, to an up man for the Wolverines, and it's going to be a penalty. It might have been Moon there. It may have been across the line too early there. That is certainly what it is. As they were offside, crossing the line too early. So that'll back them up for this second chance at a kick.
Rarely called, but we'll take that. 35-yard line now, the kick.
So Moon getting ready to kick this ball up. Jake Zimmerman, the 5'10", 175 junior for Moon, getting ready to boot this one away. We'll see if they go with the same approach or if they decide to kick it deep. Zimmerman fires into that one, gets it deep to Jay Smith. Jay Smith has a little bit of trouble, but he pulls it in at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, breaking a couple tackles all the way up to about the 41, 42-yard line there. A great return by Jay Smith. As you see that speed, one of the fastest Wolverines taking the kick, and luckily the Wolverines able to utilize their weapons there.
Yeah, Smith was able to see the field. He saw there was a crack there right down the middle, found the seam. Nice blocking up front by the Wolverines, and is corralled by, well, the next to the last player besides the kicker. So the Wolverines in shape here, 39-yard line of the Tigers.
Tackle there by Jeremiah Dean. Wolverines start at the 39. Give up the middle to Anthony Meredith, nowhere to go. Hit in the backfield by Jamal Littlejohn, and again, this up the middle stuff is not working for the Wolverines. I think they need to open things up a little bit, and Moon is stacking the box. They're blitzing. You're feeding in to what they can do well, and again, that's what they did against Seneca Valley, Woodland Hills. You can't do that.
Yeah, but I think if you think that the offensive line is going to soften these guys up, I don't think that's going to occur. So I think maybe every now and then, but not as often as they've tried the up the middle or just the off guard right behind the center play.
Second and long. Judson gets the shotgun snap, looking over to Jay Smith. Nice grab there by Smith. Gets him back close, or just past the original line of scrimmage. Ball placed at the 38-yard line, and that's where the Wolverines will have a 3rd and 9.
Let's make it here so they don't have to have that kind of nowhere land 4th decision, 4th and whatever from it, just inside the 40.
Just under 10 minutes remaining until half. Judson in the pistol. Fake give. Finding Joshua Rawlings, and he cannot pull it in. Josh Rawlings wide open, had plenty of room to run, and he just does not look the ball in. He's thinking about the run after the catch. I'm sure that's what happened. Incomplete pass, and the Wolverines will be forced to punt.
Oh, he definitely had a lot of green in front of him on that one. At least enough to make the first down, and then who knows after that. This big Josh Rawlings unable to corral that pass, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And Wolverines will not.
I thought
punt.
This might be
maybe a pooch. We'll see what Coach Tim Bostard wants to do here. Judson in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers, 2 to his right, 2 to his left. He's going to take snap, and they're going to go for it. I like this gutsy call. Judson looking deep for Jay Smith, but it's overthrown. And, you like to see things like that, though. This is a must-win game for the Wolverines if you want to make the playoffs. And they take a shot, trusting the defense now, as Moon will get the ball at about the 38-yard line, their own 38. Judson had Jay Smith open, but his arm was a little too strong there.
There's the pass. It's a good 4 or 5. Yeah, he had pretty good coverage there, too, for the Tigers. That was Logan Young.
37-yard line is where Moon will start after the Wolverines turn it over on downs. Jamal Littlejohn not able to corral the ball there on the run play, and the Wolverines get the fumble. That's William Clark.
I didn't see a signal, Eric. I thought maybe he was down, but
take a look at the replay here on the option. Dante Clay tries to pitch it to Littlejohn. Littlejohn unable to bring it in, and a nice recovery there by William Clark, sliding in, getting the ball on the bounce.
Ball bounced right up to Clark, and he made the best of it. Yeah, that pitch never did get secured. And the Wolverines are in business.
So the Wolverines now 1st and 10 at the Moon 35-yard line. And again, the Wolverines false start. Just some movement by the Moon Area Tigers defensive line causing Woodland Hills to move, but they're allowed to do that as long as they don't cross the neutral zone. And they're just not, Woodland Hills just not staying disciplined right now. They can't control themselves on that line.
So that'll be 1st and 15 for the Wolverines, and the ball pushed back to the Moon 40-yard line.
9th game into the season, and Woodland Hills just cannot stop these pre-snap penalties. Pistol formation for Gavin Judson at the 40-yard line, 1st and 15. Rolling out on fake give. Not much time to throw the ball. Almost got it into Coleman there, but some nice coverage there by Moon on Malcolm Johnson with the coverage for Moon, and Judson was getting rushed fast. Luckily, he was able to get that ball away, and he did not get sacked.
Yeah, Judson does a good job throwing that off his back foot, kind of in an awkward position, was unable to step up in the pocket as he had defensive players right in on him.
2nd and very long now. Gavin Judson looking out to Mike Coleman. And that play's not going to do you any good there as he tries to go on a little out route to Mike Coleman. But when you're talking right at passing the ball right at the line of scrimmage on a play like that towards the sideline, it's not really going to do you any good. So it's a gain of maybe 1 as they put the ball right at about the 39.5-yard line. Wolverines got to look downfield right now. That pass to Josh Rawlings that was dropped, that was open.
That
you
was
got
open.
your big 6'5",
Yes,
6'6" tight end there. You're going to have a mismatch all over the field. Got to look to spread things out here down the field.
Yeah, that play just takes too long to develop.
3rd down and a long 14 now for the Wolverines. Judson takes the shotgun snap. They're going to look on a screen pass. He's got Anthony Meredith open, but just not enough blocking as he breaks a couple tackles, and they're going to get this ball. Anthony Meredith's going to get this ball all the way up to about the 30. Makes it a 4th down and manageable, and I would think you have to go for it here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, they're spotting it at the 29, Eric, so it makes it just that much easier. It's 4th down on about 4. So he picked up 11 on that.
Nice job by Meredith to make a nice cut there and get away from Brady Panucci.
We haven't seen that center screen very much.
Yeah, screen pass. I believe that is the first time that the Wolverines have run that this season. Works pretty well there. 4th and 4 now for Woodland Hills. Approaching 8 minutes to go until the half. Gavin Judson gets the shotgun snap. Looking at Anthony Meredith. He's got nowhere to go, though, and he's going to be taken down short of the line of scrimmage, and the Wolverines will turn the ball over yet again. The offensive line just having a lot of struggles tonight. Again, Thomas Sheard starting right tackle for the Wolverines out, and maybe that's part of the reason why the Wolverines are just having so much trouble. And I don't know if they tried another screen pass there or it's what it ended up being, but I don't know if it was a broken play or what. But nice play by Moon to get through there. Brady Sunday, star running back for the Tigers, on the tackle. And they'll take over on downs with 8:06 remaining until the half. Ball at their own 31. 1st and 10 Moon. Dante Clay.
Ball's loose.
Looked like, and the ball is fumbled, Wolverines get it. Now, it would look like a little bit of run-pass option there as he decided to keep the ball. And it looked like when he was trying to pull it away from Brady Sunday, that's when the trouble started. And another fumble for Moon. Caleb Brevard in on the play there for the Wolverines. And now the Wolverines get another opportunity here. He wanted to keep that. Looked like he tried to pull that away from Brady Sunday, and he was unable to, and that's when the fumble happened.
I think right here, Eric, you got to go for it the big time. First play in the end zone. You got to get something over the middle deep.
First and 10, Wolverines. Ball at the 28-yard line. Up the middle, William Clark. Not much running room. He might get a yard there. And I like your thinking there, Dad. You know, you maybe go over the top, catch them by surprise. You got some very talented receivers, a tall tight end / receiver, wide receiver, and Josh Rawlings. But the Wolverines look to go the old-fashioned way, sticking with that running game, not doing much there. They've had some success with it, though. A couple nice runs by Anthony Meredith and a very nice run by William Clark. 7:15 remaining until the half.
Yeah, but the converse of that is a lot that have been stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, too.
Gavin Judson.
Some big players up front there.
Having some trouble there with the sideline, and Coach Tim Bosser is going to take a timeout, and so will we. It's Moon 8, Woodland Hills 7, with 7:05 remaining until the half. You are tuned in to the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
The Triangle Bar and Grill in Swissvale is a proud sponsor of the Wolverines and has been serving the Woodland Hills community for nearly 3/4 of a century. The Triangle, located on Monongahela Avenue, is the home of the Battleship, the sandwich that made Swissvale famous. Plus, the Triangle has a full menu of specialty sandwiches you're gonna love. Call the Triangle at 412-271-9885 to place your order now.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back at Tiger Stadium, 8-7 Moon up on the Wolverines. Wolverines have had lots of opportunities tonight, only able to get it into the end zone once, and some blunders on both sides of the ball has caused them to be down by 1. Gavin Judson taking the snap here, unable to get away. He fumbles the ball. That ball looked like it was headed out of bounds, but takes a favorable bounce for Moon. But we have conflicting reports here from referees. One says it's Moon's ball, one says it's Wolverine ball, and it'll stick with the Wolverines here, as it looked like it was picked up out of bounds.
Either that or when he recovered it, Eric, he was out of bounds, one of the two.
As we look at the replay here, Gavin Judson on shotgun snap. He's trying to roll out, pressured immediately. Ball picked up by Jamal Littlejohn along the sideline, but yes, he did step out of bounds, so the correct call there, just by inches, but he did step out of bounds, but still puts the Wolverines in a 3rd and extremely long. It's about a 3rd and 22. Play clock at 10. Judson in the shotgun. He's got a bunch formation to his right. Sure, Moon will be coming here, and flag on the play. Looked like maybe some early movement by the Wolverines yet again.
Pointing in the direction of Woodland Hills. And they're backing up. Not familiar with that signal.
Neither am I. Well, nonetheless, Wolverines will back up 5 yards.
I know all the basketball signals, but I don't know.
It might have. See, I thought that might have been an illegal substitution.
Could have been? Okay. Did
Call.
we send somebody off the field after that? I didn't notice.
It's possible. 6:58 remaining until the half. Wolverines back up even more. 3rd and extremely long. Might just want to throw one up here. Like a Hail Mary type play. Looked like Moon was in the neutral zone early there, but no call. Judson rolls out. Going to be holding on Woodland Hills here. Doesn't matter what happens, really, unless it's intercepted. Ball falls incomplete. We'll probably be holding on Woodland Hills, but though I'm sure they will decline that and just have Woodland Hills punt it away. You know, Woodland Hills really struggling here tonight, Dad. This is the 9th game of the season, and it is extremely sloppy all over the field. And you know, it's tough to see that so far into the season and in such a crucial game if you want to just slide into the playoffs.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, they are not playing disciplined football at all, and it's way, way too late in the year to have these kind of penalties, especially the dead ball penalties. And they are going to accept the penalty. So they're going to make it 3rd down and about 40.
I guess you might as well, right? We'll see what the Wolverines can do here. Maybe a little crossing pattern or something just to get some yardage, pick up some extra yardage, and make the punt a little bit more manageable. Sends Jay Smith in motion, does Judson on jet sweep. Smith will get the ball, and he cuts back along the sideline, has some running room there, a nice cutback, He's at the 50, he's at the 45, the 40, the 35, and coming up to the 30-yard line is where he's hidden. It's a shame that was such a long third down because Jay Smith, again, able to show his talent and athleticism and his speed. Yet again, it's a guy you have to get the ball to. One of the first times he's touched the ball on offense for the Wolverines.
Yeah, he's a speedster. I'll tell you what, Eric, that makes it now, I won't say manageable, but it is 4th down and about 12 for the Wolverines. So you got to go here on 4th and 12.
I'm sure Moon is kicking themselves for deciding to give Woodland Hills another chance. As you see, great effort by Gavin Judson down there, the quarterback for the Wolverines, blocking. We've seen that in years past from the Wolverines quarterbacks. They are not afraid of getting down the field and blocking for their fellow Wolverines. A little bit of a discussion here along the near side.
That's head coach Ryan Lynn. I don't know what that could possibly be about, but
I'm not sure either, as it was a pretty clear-cut play. He decided to take the penalty. Wolverines went on a jet sweep. Jay Smith cut back, got some great yardage there, taking the ball all the way up to the 30-yard line.
this is not the time to discuss a referee's decision on this one.
6:17 remaining into the half, and both sides basically get a little free timeout there, but you don't like to see Moon getting so much time. Talk to the officials there on the sideline. Again, I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah.
Must have been something that happened that we were unable to notice.
A quick explanation and get the game going again.
Ball at the 30-yard line of the Tigers. Woodland Hills down 8-7 here with 6:17 remaining until the half. 4th and 12, looking for a big play here. Still not ready to go. We're going to reset the game clock to 6:30.
They had 63 seconds up there, I guess.
Well, they had 6:17, and I guess they had to reset it.
Yeah.
Another whistle. And now, here we go. Play clock starts. Judson got a bunch to his right on a 4th and 12. Takes a snap, rolling out to his right immediately. He's looking downfield. He's got Jay Smith. Good coverage by Moon. Ball pops up in the air. It's picked off. And that's actually going to work out in the Wolverines' favor, as that was intercepted by Moon, the Moon Tigers' Logan Young, and he's not able to get that back to the original line of scrimmage, so, give or take a couple yards.
Yeah.
You might as well try it, though, for the Wolverines. Gavin Judson trying to get that ball in there with a strong arm, just unable to get in there. It's pretty good coverage there by Logan Young. Got there a little bit early, actually, knocking Jay Smith away, but since he was going for the ball, I guess they figured no need for a pass interference call. But as we talked about the Wolverines being very undisciplined so far, Moon, on the contrary, really has not had much at all in terms of penalties. 1st and 10 for Moon. Give up the middle to Brady Sunday. He takes it right to about the 31, 32-yard line. And a late flag comes in, and it's going to be on Woodland Hills, and it's probably going to be on DeJuan Howes. As you can see, he was upset after the play.
On Sportsman?
Wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. After the gain of about 5 or 6 there. Looked like a gain of 5 for Brady Sunday. Actually, this is going to be a personal foul on Moon.
Oh, okay.
Looked like Howes was guilty, or maybe he didn't see the flag and he was upset because he thought there should have been one on Moon. And we'll take a look here at the instant replay. It's probably going to be out of the picture where the personal foul occurred.
Or right there might have been something.
But right as I said, Moon has been very disciplined with penalties. They get a 15-yarder. So that backs them up. Another whistle here. There's a lot of stoppages and miscommunication with the refs, and this crew is having a little bit of trouble here tonight, getting things straight. With 6:09 remaining until the half, Woodland Hills down 8-7. Still some discussion between the refs, and we have. I wish I knew what they were talking about. They are having a lot of trouble right now getting things straight, but it is 1st down still for Moon. Back to pass. Nowhere to go for Clay. He's going to take it out, scramble outside the pocket. Nowhere to go, and a late hit by Mike Coleman.
Oh, that was it.
Just really, really not smart there. And Judd Lockett comes in and pushes Coleman, and they're not going to get called for that. But, Mike Coleman has to be more disciplined there.
Oh, my goodness.
He just took he gave Dante Clay a shot there on the sideline.
And you know what? That was a good 3 yards out of bounds. Yeah, Eric, I'll tell you, that was not very smart.
After Moon commits a personal foul, you have him backed up, and then you do that. Just gives him back that yardage, and like I was talking about before, late in the season, you just, you can't do stuff like that. He's giving himself up, and you can't do that if you're Mike Coleman. Now making it a first and very short here, only about 3 yards.
Yeah, not an automatic first down.
Ball at their own 35, 5:58 remaining until the half. Dante Clay, he's okay. As he looked like he might have been a little bit hurt there, but, he comes back up and he's fine. I think he was, obviously it was a penalty, but maybe he did a little bit extra to get a call. But Brady Sunday takes the handoff there, a yard up the middle, second down and about 2.
Yeah, 2nd and 2. Wolverines clog things up in the middle.
Tackled by Josh Rawlings there.
Watch for the pass here on 2nd and 1.
Dante Clay fakes on the give. He's rolling out to his right, looking down the field. He's got his man. That's Brennan. And a nice grab along the sideline as he was able to haul that in. Was Sean Brennan, and a big first down for Moon. And Wolverines really have to just take a deep breath, calm down here. This is a game that they should not be losing right now. Just some very bad plays that have put them in this situation, and they just need to take a deep breath and get a stop here before the half and recollect when they go into the locker room.
Nice throw by Clay there.
First down and 10. Taking the snap, nowhere to go along the left sideline. Dante Clay is going to try and tuck it and run, but he's hit by a few Wolverines there in the backfield. DeJuan Howes, Anthony Meredith in on that.
Loss of 3.
Ball spotted right at about midfield, might be a little bit behind midfield line, right at about their own 49-yard line is where they will spot it. As Dante Clay hit by Mike Roman and DeJuan Howes and Anthony Meredith. 3 names you hear a lot for the Wolverines defense. Clock under 5 minutes remaining until the half. Wolverines defense needs a stop here. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/WH Football Network. Swing pass out to the right to Michael Bates there from Dante Clay, but that was taken care of quick by Mike Coleman. Mike Coleman looking to the Moon sideline, though. He's got to stop that. You can get a taunting call like that. He's got to keep his composure. He is an extremely talented player for the Wolverines, headed to Toledo next year, D1 player. And you don't want to lose somebody like that in a game by doing something like taunting. That's a great tackle there by Mike Coleman.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Make the tackle, get up, and go back into defensive huddle. You don't need to be looking to your right on that. Look to your players here.
Very good play there by Mike Coleman. 3rd down and long. 3rd and about 15 now for Moon. Empty set, 5 wide receivers. Dante Clay takes the shotgun snap. Only rushing 3 of the Wolverines down the field, and that ball's going to fall incomplete.
That had no chance.
Intended for Tigers receiver Ramon Dean, and the Wolverines only rushed. Looked like initially 3, but it looks like they may have rushed 4 there, but not much pressure, but good coverage there by the secondary for the Wolverines. Caused Clay to just throw that basically into no man's land. Definitely was intended for Ramon Dean, but really just wanted to get rid of it. Now on the punt, Dante Clay gets it away. Jaden Lucas, very hard bouncing ball there, but Jaden Lucas picks it up. Gets past the 20, 25-yard line, out of bounds at about the 26, 27. We'll see where it is spotted. That's where Woodland Hills will start this drive with 3:28 remaining until the half. We take a look at the replay here, as this ball was hard to collect there by Jaden Lucas, but he was able to do it.
Yeah, he got the nice hop. A lot of speed, but just too much of a negative angle there for Lucas. Is well covered by the Moon Tigers there. So a short return.
Wolverines down 8-7 here with 3:28 remaining in the second quarter. Gavin Judson, 4 wide receivers in the pistol formation, takes the snap. Give up the middle to William Clark. Not much doing there as he's taken down quickly for a gain of 1.
Looked like Christian Tanner there on the stop.
And Jamal Littlejohn also for the Tigers. Clock at 3 minutes left until the half. Woodland Hills in no rush here. And surprising as they're down. I think they'd have a little bit more of a sense of urgency. Judson in the shotgun. Jet sweep to Jay Smith. Nowhere to go this time. He's going to try and reverse his field, but he is taken down hard in the backfield. Way back in the backfield there by Dalton Dobbins.
Yeah, as soon as he started to reverse his fields, Dobbins was right there and he ran right into his arms.
Jet sweep certainly has been effective for the Wolverines sometimes this year, but right now you got to look to go downfield. Moon is winning the line of scrimmage easily in this game, and running the ball is just not very effective other than a nice run or two by Anthony Meredith and a really nice run by William Clark. Wolverines got to look downfield. 3rd and long, Judson takes the shotgun snap, rolling out to his right, getting pressured immediately, taken down deep in the backfield for another sack for Moon. Jamal Littlejohn in on that sack for the Tigers.
Just no time at all for Judson here. He's trying to roll out. He tried to stay in the pocket a couple of times, and Woodland Hills front line just not giving Judson enough time at all.
Moon doing a great job of blitzing, and they're getting a ton of pressure on Woodland Hills. And I believe the routes that the Wolverines are running are just not conducive to those quick. And Chucky Hanchett is going to be taken down in the end zone for another safety. On the tough snap to corral there for Chucky Hanchett. He's unable to pull it in time to get a kickoff, a punt off, excuse me. And that will put the Tigers up 10-7 on the safety.
2 safeties. When's the last time you saw that?
Low snap, and good thing that Chucky Hanchett didn't run that out. We've seen that before this year, believe it or not, against Upper St. Clair. He was taken down in the end zone. He was trying to run it out, and if he would have run it out and been taken down to the 1 or 2 yard line, they'd had the ball right there. Same thing could have happened there, but Tigers take him down in the end zone, and that gives them 2 points. So Moon is up 10-7 here with 1:29 remaining until the half. Don't forget to follow the Wolverines on Facebook, facebook.com/Woodland Hills Football Network. Coverage for the rest of the year and years to come on everything Wolverines football.
So Hanchett will set it up at the 20. And I think if the Wolverines can get into the locker 10-7 and regroup.
They'll be lucky to get into the locker room 10-7 right now with how the Wolverines are playing. Just having a rough time tonight. Cannot seem to get anything right.
Hoping they can knock off this minute 29. And
Chucky Hanchett, kick away. Nice line drive kick there. Taking in about the 25 for Moon. Breaking a couple tackles there, but Jeremiah Dean on the return, taken down at about the 40-yard line. So that is 41, looks like where they will spot it, some forward progress. So that is where Moon will start with 1:23 remaining until the half as we take a look at the instant replay here.
Didn't have much running room. Things were pretty much clogged up in the alleys.
Good job by the Wolverines special teams.
It was, and Wolverines have a minute 23. It looks like the Tigers are not going to sit on that lead.
1st and 10 for Moon. Brady Sunday takes the Wildcat snap and nowhere to go as he tries to string out the Wolverines defense there and get to the edge before they do, but Jaden Lucas in on the stop for Woodland Hills.
Lost a couple of yards on that, 2nd and 12.
Anthony Meredith with the initial pressure was unable to bring down Sunday, but then Jaden Lucas fights off a stiff arm attempt by Brady Sunday with some help by Jay Smith, taking him out of bounds. 2nd down and 12 for Moon. Brady Sunday still back there. It's the Wildcat snap, trying to go straight up the middle, and he gets a little more than I expected him to get, as it looked like the Wolverines were going to be able to get him at about the line of scrimmage, but he just squeaks through for a good 5-6 yard gain there. Makes it a 3rd down.
If I was Woodland Hills, I'd call a timeout here and see if you can get the ball back. But
Yeah,
it looks
clock
like,
under a minute now.
yeah, both coaches are content to see this one remain at 10-7 unless there's one big play left here for Moon, and then they can call their timeout.
3rd down and 7 for Moon. Early movement there by Moon, but not called. Sunday on the run, on the Wildcat run, able to get decent yardage up to the 49, but he's going to fall short, and I believe that will be the final play of the half.
That's why I would have called timeout there, because you can call a timeout, force them to punt.
Let's force them punt. Maybe you get a punt return, you know.
Or a block punt.
But it looks like Coach Tim Boster just wants to get into the locker room after a very, very, very sloppy half by both teams. Honestly, Moon has some fumbles. Woodland Hills too many pre-snap penalties. And we're going to end the first half here in Moon Township at Tiger Stadium with the score Moon 10, Woodland Hills 7. So we're going to step away for a moment, and when we come back, we'll have some halftime coverage. You're tuned in to the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Wolverine Football is also brought to you by the Triangle Barn Grill, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, the law offices of Owen Seaman, Bush Brothers Car Care, the Barbers Inn in Swissvale, LG3 Entertainment, Web Landings, ABOS Opticians, Matthews Auto Service, and DeZubin Dental Associates. Now it's time for the Woodland Hills Football Network Halftime Show.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, your halftime score, Moon 10, Woodland Hills 7. There's not too much to recap here as the game started for Woodland Hills on their first drive with a safety. They only went backwards after the touchback. Gavin Judson got sacked in the end zone by Brendan Luffy there, and that was 2-0 Moon. Woodland Hills was able to go down a couple drives later and get a touchdown from a touchdown pass from Gavin Judson to Michael Roman in the back of the end zone. A nice fast find and a nice pass by Gavin Judson to Michael Roman. That made the score 7-2 for the Wolverines. But then after a run by William Clark, the ball was stripped away from him, taken in for a touchdown for Moon. That put them up 8-7 as the extra point was blocked by Woodland Hills. And then shortly before the end of the half year, the Wolverines, on a bad punt snap, Chucky Hanchett was unable to get it together and punted away before he was hit by a couple Moon area Tigers in the end zone for yet another safety. 2 more points to Moon. That's where we sit right now, 10-7.
Yeah, very unconventional 10-7 score. You're thinking touchdown, field goal, but no. Missed extra point, 2 safeties for Moon. And you know what, Eric? This game has been played pretty much between the 20s. And there really hasn't been a lot of activity down in the red zone. And there have been situations where either team was able to get a first down and keep the ball moving. But it really hasn't happened for either of the teams.
Yeah, Woodland Hills having their struggles tonight, but hopefully they can get in the locker room, and hopefully Coach Tim Boster and the rest of the staff can get them together, because this is a game, a must-have game if you want to try and get into the playoffs. So Woodland Hills, again, down 10-7 right now, but there's still plenty of game left. They have plenty of time to turn things around. We're going to take a nice break here, watch the marching bands, and when we come back, we'll have second half coverage for you. It's Moon 10, Woodland Hills 7. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, Woodland Hills trailing the Tigers 10-7 at the half after fumble recovery touchdown for Moon and a couple safeties and a passing touchdown for the Wolverines, Gavin Judson to Michael Roman. That's how we sit right now at 10-7. We're going to take a quick break and come right back. We'll have a little bit more analysis for you as we get ready for the second half kickoff. You're tuned in to the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Woodland Hills Football is brought to you in part by the law offices of Owen Seaman. Owen is a Woodland Hills alumnus who studied law at Duquesne University and has been practicing law in the Pittsburgh area for over 15 years. Attorney Owen Seaman's experience encompasses virtually every facet of criminal defense. If you find yourself in need of criminal defense representation, call Owen at 412-721-0412 or visit owenthelawyer.com. There are a few things that guys like more than a great haircut at a real barbershop. And at the Barber's Inn on Washington Avenue in Swissvale, you'll find both. Plus, you can relax in style on supple leather sofas while watching their big screen HD TV. You can even shoot some pool while you wait. But most importantly, you'll walk out the door with a haircut or shave that you're sure to love. Walk-ins are always welcome at the Barber's Inn. For more information, call 412-271-7434. And remember, real men come to the Barber's Inn.
LG3 Entertainment is a first-class disc jockey and karaoke entertainment company that serves the Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. They offer a wide range of music entertainment for weddings, anniversaries, school dances, corporate events, and more. They also offer beautiful chair cover linen rentals to give your event the elegance it deserves. They offer many more services, so go to their website today and see why so many choose LG3 Entertainment for the best in family fun entertainment. Whether you need a new website or want to improve your existing site, Web Landings can serve your needs. Web Landings provides professional, easy-to-maintain websites for businesses, organizations, and individuals. Discover more at weblandings.com and find out how editing your site can be as easy as using a word processor. Plus, we offer 1 year of free hosting for any website developed. Visit weblandings.com today.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, again, Wolverines trail 10-7 right now, and you know, Dad, both sides of the field, it's been sloppy for both teams. Fumbles and just some miscommunication, pre-snap penalties, haven't been able to get things straight.
Yeah, I think Coach Lynn and Coach Boster are not happy with the first half performance for either of their teams, and I'm sure the discussion in the locker room was pretty much the same from both coaches. Not a very good half for either team.
Certainly. We're going to take one more break here before we come back for the second half. Again, the Wolverines trail the Tigers right now 10-7 in a pivotal conference game if the Wolverines want to try and get into the playoffs at the last second. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
A-Boss Opticians on Braddock Avenue in Braddock is your one-stop optical shop. With hundreds of the latest frame styles and lenses, the skilled opticians at A-Boss will help select and fit the best eyewear option for you. Plus, A-Boss Opticians is the best eyewear repair facility in the area. No matter what your eyewear needs are, make A-Boss Opticians your opticians. Call A-Boss Opticians at 412-271-4424 or visit abossopticians.com.
Dawn and John at Matthews Auto Service have been serving the Turtle Creek Valley for over 40 years. In addition to being a full-service gas station, Matthews offers oil changes, state inspection and emissions testing, new tires, and light mechanical work. Matthews Auto Service, Monroeville Avenue in Turtle Creek, or call them at 412-824-0940.
Thanks for tuning in to the halftime show on the Woodland Hills Football Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Woodland Hills Football is presented by State Senator Jay Costa. Wolverine Football is also brought to you by the Triangle Barn Grill, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, the law offices of Owen Seaman, Bush Brothers Car Care, the Barber's Inn in Swissvale, LG3 Entertainment, Web Landings, A-Boss Opticians, Massey's Auto Service, and the Zubin Dental Associates. Now it's time for the second half.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, Chucky Hanchett's kick is away. Pulled in at about the 7-yard line by Jad Lockey, and a nice tackle there by the Wolverines. That's Tywan Milton, the junior, on special teams there, with coming in fast and making a big hit there on Jad Lockey. Good start for the Wolverines for the second half.
Yeah, I don't think he was touched there on any kind of a block. He just shot right through the wave of Tigers and made a nice open field tackle.
Took him down at the 19-yard line. So that is where Moon will start. 1st and 10. Trips to the left. Quarterback Dante Clay. He takes the shotgun snap. Not Dante Clay this time. Over the top. Incomplete. Looking down the center of the field. Good coverage by Tavian Brooks and Mike Coleman. As Jamal Littlejohn was the intended receiver. It's hard to see who the quarterback was. Let's see if we can get a look at the instant replay, because it was a lefty, and we know that Dante Clay is not. Looked like number 6, Tyler McGowan there in at quarterback, the freshman.
Yeah, 5'6", 145.
As they look for a home run hit right off the bat, but good coverage by the Wolverines. Stops that. 2nd and 10. McGowan out to his left. A nice pass completion there. Rolling out on the run. And actually, it looks like the Wolverines say it was incomplete.
And I think the officials agree.
They agree, sure. Well, it was hard to see. You know, we have some on the near side here. We have some Tigers on their sideline blocking the way. Obviously, not their fault. They're standing where they should. But for us, it was very hard to see that. It was close to the sideline. And again, on the replay, it's hard to see, but must have been incomplete.
Yeah, we didn't see any Tigers make the good catch signal on the sidelines there. So
3rd down now after the incompletion from McGowan. Not sure if maybe quarterback Dante Clay was shaken up.
3-man rush for the Wolverines. I think this is a time they should put a little more pressure. Now they come with
the blitz. McGowan, the freshman, taken down in the backfield there. And a great play by DeJuan Howes, among others, for the Wolverines. Getting in there, sending pressure, as we mentioned earlier in the game. You got to do that. You got to, especially when you got the backup quarterback in McGowan, the freshman under there. Get him frazzled. And contain him and take him down for a big sack. A great way to start the second half. This Woodland Hills defense has been playing pretty well all game.
Really have been playing winning football as far as score is concerned. Still down, though, by 3.
Punting formation. Punt is very high, and as long as the Wolverines stay away from this one and a nice bounce for Moon there, it's going to result in good field position for the Wolverines. Certainly will. There's a shaken up Tiger back near the line of scrimmage who's trying to hobble off there. Needs some help from some of his buddies.
I think they'll set it at the 40, Eric, so Wolverines will start in Tiger territory.
Sean Heitler, the shaken up Tiger there, the man who has a touchdown on the night as he ripped the ball away from William Clark. Now he throws his helmet down in disgust as he's upset, getting hurt there on that play. Hopefully he's able to make it back into the game for the Tigers. Never want to see that. Woodland Hills will start now at the Moon 40-yard line. Great starting field position. They need to gather themselves and start this half much better than they started the first half. Judson under center, I formation. 2 receivers to his right. Pitch out to Anthony Meredith. Not much running room. He's going to cut back and get a little bit there as he gets up to about the 37, 36 is where they will put the ball. 4-yard gain.
That was pretty much all Meredith there, carrying a few tacklers along with him. So you want to get 4 on first. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ball at the 36 now. 2nd down and 6 for the Wolverines. 10:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Judson, quick looking out to his left. Nice catch by Mike Coleman. He tries to make a cut and reverse his field, but instead he decides to go back to left where he was headed in the first place. Able to evade a couple of Tigers and gets out of bounds for a big 1st down for the Wolverines.
Good throw by Judson. And a good catch there by Mike Coleman.
Really nice cut there. Had Ramon Dean shaken out of his shoes there as he takes it out of bounds on a 1st down for the Wolverines. Anthony Meredith running straight up the middle there on the give from Gavin Judson. getting a nice chunk of yardage there on first down. One of the most successful runs that the Wolverines have had up the middle tonight. As we mentioned, that William Clark run was more of an off-tackle run, but now we have a second down situation and about 7 for the Wolverines.
They brought down there by Patrick Mack.
Also Brennan Luffy on the play there for Moon.
It was 13, excuse me. Ramon.
Second down and 7 for the Wolverines. 9:45 remaining in the third. Pass to Mike Coleman. That ball was thrown backwards. That's going to be a lateral, and the ball's going to be spotted way back at the 33. And, you know, we're talking about going downfield. The Wolverines really need to go downfield, test the center of the field, the middle of the field. They have not done it at all tonight. And that play, as Judson looks to Coleman, it was a lateral. So Coleman didn't even try for that. I'm surprised he didn't even try and go for that. But nevertheless, the ball will be placed at the 33, and now the Wolverines, stuck in a 3rd and long after a promising start to their drive, now have a 3rd.
I don't understand Coleman's action on that.
3rd and about 16 now. Yeah, Coleman kind of gave up on that play, thought he didn't have it, or maybe thought he was going to get hit in the backfield, so he tried to not go for it there. But 3rd and 16, Judson under center, rolling out. Not much time to pass the ball, and pass out to Chris Jones, not able to bring it in, and that'll be a 4th and 16, and the Wolverines will have to punt yet again.
Starting position. Thought the Wolverines were in business here. Looked like they came out and defensive stop.
Yeah, as you mentioned, great playing by the defense to start the second half, and gets the Wolverines great starting field position, and the offense, a couple good plays to start the drive, but then they stall out yet again, and they will have to punt the ball. Chucky Hanchen in punt formation, low snap, but he's able to pull this in, gets the punt away, angles this one to the left. Nice Wolverines bounce. It's going to bounce inside the 10, take a bounce back to about the 11. Ball will be spotted at the 10-yard line. That'll be a 1st down and 10 for Moon at the 10-yard line. We'll step away for a moment here, and when we come back, more second half action. 9:28 remaining, 10-7 Woodland Hills down to the Tigers. You're tuned into the Wolverines and Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Woodland Hills football is brought to you in part by the law offices of Owen Seaman. Owen is a Woodland Hills alumnus who studied law at Duquesne University and has been practicing law in the Pittsburgh area for over 15 years. Attorney Owen Seaman's experience.
Back here at Tiger Stadium. Came out quick for that play. Excuse me. Was expecting a little bit more of a break in between possessions. Play up the middle there. Not much doing there. 2-yard gain. 9:15 remaining in the third quarter. Moon up 10-7 right now in Woodland Hills. Defense has got to come through big here for the Wolverines. They've been keeping them in this game right now, as the Woodland Hills offense has struggled mightily besides one drive. And the shotgun here. Taken straight up the middle. Jadlocki now. Not much doing there. Maybe another yard. It'll be a 3rd down. And, you know, there must be a problem with quarterback Dante Clay. I'm not sure if he must have been shaken up at some point. Maybe it was that Mike Coleman hit. Maybe they did some concussion protocol and figured he wasn't able to come back out. But, you know, they're going in the Wildcat. They're trying things with freshman McGowan. And, you know, this is when the Wolverines defense has to take advantage of this. Get a takeaway, get something, and get the offense back the ball quick.
Yeah, Jadlocki's listed as a 5'10" junior running back. So they're into their 3rd quarterback taking snaps here.
3rd and 7. Clock approaching 8 minutes. Play clock down to 2. Jadlocki takes a snap, looking over the middle. Pass is going to be too high, but almost intercepted by Jaden Lucas down the seam for the Tigers. That was some nice center field being played there by Jaden Lucas, as the pass was intended for number 42, Christian Tanner. But as you can see, that Jaden Lucas here on the replay comes across and almost picks it off for the Wolverines. But again, another big stop for the defense.
It would have been an absolutely perfect pass. The coverage was there.
Taylon Brooks, sophomore, also in on the coverage. Punt away for Moon, and a nice punt. Jay Smith pulls it in at the 48, looking for some blocking as he hesitates. Brought up to about the 30, or the 40, 41-yard line. There is where he's hit and dropped. They will spot the ball right at about the 42-yard line. And, as we talk about the offense having their struggles, Dad, Baldwin, a team that Woodland Hills was able to shut out 12-0 earlier in the season, they put up 48 points against this Moon Tigers defense. And when you're only able to put up 7, that's pretty demoralizing.
Yeah, 7 through the first half. And what was it? It was pass over the middle and deep into the end zone. But yeah, it's surprising to me they were only able to put up 7 here through almost 3 quarters of
First
football.
and 10, Woodland Hills. Give up the middle in the pistol to William Clark. He's got some running room along the right side as he breaks out to his right. And he's taken down after a nice run there by William Clark all the way to about the, looks like they'll spot him at the 29. It looked like he got 2 or 3 more yards in the end. Now they'll move up to the 28. Looks like he was shifting back to the 29 again, but he'll stay at the 28. So a little bit better of a spot there for the Wolverines on the nice run by William Clark.
26, so they gave us a couple more there.
26, that's what I thought. And it looked like the initial spot was at the 29. I didn't understand how that was the way it was.
Yeah, because he's still churning the feet.
First and 10 now, Woodland Hills. Ball at the 26-yard line. Judson brings Smith in motion on the jet sweep. He gets the ball, taking it along the left side. Not much running room, but he's able to power forward for even more yardage now as he's carrying the pile across the first down mark, and his forward progress was not stopped. He kept churning his legs. As you said, William Clark was doing the same thing. Power running for the Wolverines on the jet sweep. Something that's more about speed turns into more of a power run.
It did, and picked up the first down in the process where it looked like he was going to be stopped well short of that.
Nice blocking by the Wolverines there. Josh Rawlings, William Clark, Michael Coleman, setting up that run as he was hit around the 21 and carried it all the way down to the 14. Judson in the pistol, gave up the middle to William Clark. Makes a single cut. This time he's pulled in fast and thrown down to the ground after the whistles. A little bit of frustration being shown there by the Moon area Tigers.
Yeah,
Christian Tanner as he threw William Clark down after the whistle.
Yeah, that situation there carried him a little too far.
Brady Sunday also in on the play for the Tigers.
Whistle blows, and down he goes. So
his momentum was, going to the ground, so he didn't land on him. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Woodland Hills knocking on the door inside the red zone at the 10-yard line, 2nd and 7. Give up the middle again to William Clark. He's got some running room. He's able to push it forward, power his way with his back towards the end zone all the way to the 5-yard line. Now the first down marker, as we know, is at the 4, about 3 or 4 yard line. So they're still going to be a yard or 2 short here, depending on the spot. And we'll see what the Wolverines look to do here.
Yeah, just handle the ball, get the first down. Don't try to do anything fancy here once you've got the first down. If you get the first down, it's 3rd and just about 1.5 yards.
Judson in the pistol, up the middle again. William Clark has a hole into the end zone for the Wolverines touchdown.
Just sheer determination there by Clark. He was not going to be denied, and he was very instrumental on that whole series of downs and finishes things off with the touchdown run.
Nice draw by William Clark there on the 5-yard touchdown run, going straight up the gut, breaking a couple tackles, really showing his power running ability there, getting into the end zone for a crucial touchdown for the Wolverines, up 13-10 now with 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. Chucky Hanchett on to attempt the extra point. Snap. Not the best snap. That ball's just going to get through. Chucky Hanchett able to put that through for the Wolverines, who now lead 14-10 on the Moon Area Tigers with 5:25 remaining in the third quarter. You're tuned in to the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
There are a few things that guys like more than a great haircut at a real barbershop. And at the Barber's Inn on Washington Avenue in Swissvale, you'll find both. Plus, you can relax in style on supple leather sofas while watching their big screen HD TV. You can even shoot some pool while you wait. But most importantly, you'll walk out the door with a haircut or shave that you're sure to love. Walk-ins are always welcome at the Barber's Inn. For more information, call 412-271-7434. And remember, real men come to the Barber's Inn.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Wolverines now lead the Tigers 14-10. Take a second look at the run here. In the pistol formation, Judson given to William Clark, who goes straight up the middle and just powers his way into the end zone. Yeah, getting a big score for the Wolverines.
Well, once he was able to turn his body and go forward, he had plenty of momentum.
Chucky Hanchett now to kick it away. Nice kick by Chucky Hanchett. Takes Jedlocke back to about his 7, where he'll pull it in. On the left side, got some blockers, but he's going to be taken down at about the 27-yard line. And that is where Moon will start. As we have a moment here, looking back in the history between these two teams, and only able to look back to about 2003 in terms of history. And dating back to then, there have only been 2 games the past 2 years, which the Wolverines have won both. Last year, a 34-14 victory for the Wolverines at the Wolverina. The year before that, a scare, but they were able to just pull through 31-27 here at Tiger Stadium. Moon will start 1st and 10. Give up the middle. Not much doing there, but breaking a couple tackles is number 42 for the Tigers, Christian Tanner. Tough runner, 5'9", 215, senior. Taken down by a couple Wolverines there.
Who's in a quarterback point?
Well, that's McGowan.
Okay.
He's the freshman, Tyler McGowan, who's had to step in for Dante Clay, who we assume was shaken up at some point in the first half, as we mentioned, possibly on that Mike Coleman hit.
And he had Jedlocke in for a couple of snaps.
Also, Jedlocke taking some snaps. McGowan in the shotgun. He's got Tanner to his right, trips to his left. Looking, back to pass. He's got a man open, throwing this one up in the air. Incomplete. Nice coverage by Michael Coleman there. And he was able to knock that ball away, and that was a scare because it was a nice pass by the freshman McGowan.
Yeah, he put it there. Good defense by the Wolverines, Mike Coleman.
And hard to get the number on the intended receiver, as we still have no angle on that. Maybe on the instant replay we can see, but being so far away, it's hard to tell if you can't catch it at first on the monitor. 13, Ramon Dean.
It was Dean.
The coverage from D1 Toledo recruit Mike Coleman. 3rd down and 9 now for the Moon Tigers. Key situation here for the Wolverines defense. Got to get a stop and get that ball back. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here from the Moon Tigers. We'll take a timeout as well with 4:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's the Woodland Hills Wolverines 14, the Moon Area Tigers 10. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Serving the Turtle Creek Valley and neighboring Woodland Hills communities for over 110 years, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home now offers crematory services at their Turtle Creek location. Families choosing cremation can have added peace of mind knowing that their loved one never leaves the care of Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, and that their crematory is used exclusively for the families they serve.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
14-10, Woodland Hills now in the lead. The defense has a crucial 3rd and 9. They got to stop here against Moon. Tyler McGowan in at quarterback, now the freshman from Moon, the southpaw, with trips to his left. And the Wolverines jump offside, and that'll give the Wolverines, or the Moon Area Tigers, some extra yards here.
Yeah, make it 3rd and 4.
Little encroachment there by the Wolverines, and making this a much more manageable 3rd down. Again, something you cannot do. You got to stay disciplined there, and look like 2 or 3 Wolverines jumped into the neutral zone.
Yeah, they got to put pressure on this freshman here and get him a little frazzled back there.
McGowan looking to the sideline. 4:26 remaining. Now checks. Plays on his wrist.
Don't see Dante Clay on the sideline, so I think we've seen the last of him.
5 seconds on the play clock. McGowan takes a snap, rolling out to his left, looking along the sideline. Not much there. Picked off by the Wolverines. Michael Coleman. Interception along the sideline.
That was just a poor decision there by the freshman. There was nothing there at all. And he tried to squeeze it through there, and it was well covered.
Take a look at the replay here as you saw Tyler McGowan rolling out to his left. Not much doing there. Good coverage by the Wolverines. And yet again, the defensive star, Michael Coleman,
I don't know
getting
where
a foot down in bounds, getting the interception for the Wolverines, sets him up with good field position at the Moon 36.
That ball had no chance, Eric, and the Wolverines take advantage of that situation.
1st and 10, Judson in the pistol. He's got Meredith. Give to Meredith. Not much doing there as Meredith tries to cut back, and luckily it looked like he was moving a little early there, but he's on that lean. 2nd down and 11 as it was a loss of 1 there, and I'd like to see the Wolverines open up even a little bit more here. They had some success with the run on the last drive, but maybe you got to keep the Moon Tigers on their heels here and mix it up and get the ball in the air over the middle. And as they're going dead run here as they're stacking the box. Judson up the middle to Anthony Meredith. Meredith powering forward. He accelerates, but he fumbled, and looks like Moon has the ball. They sure do.
Well, they're giving the signal, but
they do. Moon ball. Anthony Meredith can't hold on to it after a nice run, and they're going to give the ball back to the Tigers.
Tried to do a little too much when he was wrapped up. He probably should have just gone. Oh, no, that ball came out very early.
Looked like he tried to bull over a Tiger, and in the process, the ball was knocked free.
Yeah, that ball came out.
So 3:31 remaining. Wolverines got to shake that off. Count on the defense to get another big stop here as the ball is at the 29-yard line. Looks like Moon's going to try another quarterback as they run straight up the middle in the draw. Wow, they really carry that ball. Looks like Jamal Littlejohn there, who just accelerated up the middle. And geez, never looked like he was going to get 11 yards on that, but he sure did all the way up to the 40-yard line. Made a nice cutback there.
Yeah, but then he
fighting through tackles there. DeJuan Howes and Michael Coleman, and able to get all the way up to the 40. 1st down and 10 for Moon. Ball at their own 40. Again, the snap taken straight up the middle. Littlejohn breaks a couple tackles and takes it all the way into Woodland Hills territory at the 45-yard line. They're not finishing tackles here right now, Dad. The Wolverines just not wrapping up.
And Littlejohn, 185 pounds. He's
basically running a wildcat right now without starting quarterback Dante Clay. And they have the ball all the way in Woodland Hills territory at the 45-yard line. This time the Woodland Hills read that play well. Same play as Littlejohn tries to take it straight up the middle. Flag looks like it may have come down there.
Littlejohn.
No flag.
On the carpet.
Excuse me on that. Yeah, it looks like Littlejohn's a little shaken up. So with 2:39, with Jamal Littlejohn shaken up, we hope he's all right. We're going to take another quick break here. It's Woodland Hills 14, Moon 10, but Moon is on the move. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Life has its ups and downs. There are times when you or a loved one needs help. That's why you should know the name LGAR, Health and Rehabilitation Center. Located just minutes from the Monroeville Mall, the LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center has been known by locals for many years, and they excel in reputation, rehabilitation, recuperation, and residential living. The help and answers you need are just a phone call away at 412-825-9000. Also on the web at lgar.org. LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, a name you should know and a name you can trust.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Everybody glad to see Jamal Littlejohn okay as he makes his way to the sideline for the Tigers after the loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Early movement there by Moon, something that we have not seen much of tonight. Lineman Brendan Luffy moves early there. That'll back the Tigers up another 5 yards.
Is that Brady Sunday now, I think is going to be taking the snaps. So we've seen now, what, 4 Wildcat / quarterbacks in for Moon.
You got to try everything without their main man, quarterback Dante Clay. Brady Sunday, get ready to take the snap. Can expect a run, going straight up, off tackle actually, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield by the Wolverines.
Okay.
Michael Roman, tossing Sonny down. Looked like he came back a little bit on that after he was trying to throw him down to the ground when the whistle was blown. Tried to back off as much as he could. Luckily, the Wolverines don't get called there. But still a pretty good spot there for the Tigers on the forward progress.
Yeah, I think we're even 1-1 on that type of play where the whistle blows and there's been a takedown.
So he gets to the line of scrimmage there, and it'll be a 3rd and 18. Play clock under 10 now, so Moon's got to rush here. They got to get this play off. Under 5. Bunch formation. McGowan now in as they need to pass along the sideline, a little swing pass. Nice coverage by Taylon Brooks. And that'll fall incomplete. The talented sophomore Taylon Brooks with a couple picks on the season really, really had some good coverage there as the pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, McGowan seems to just be winging it, Eric. Hoping to be able to get receivers beyond the defense.
Pass was intended for Patrick Mack. Punt formation now for Moon, very high in the air. Jay Smith on the return, not much room to run. Tries to get around a couple Tigers. He does as he gets to the sideline, taken down out of bounds, and that might be a late hit or a face mask there. As he was taken down out of bounds, and we'll see, the flag was thrown right as he was taken down out of bounds. So if you're the Wolverines, you got to hope that was a face mask or a late hit. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, it was in an area where there were only 2 players, Eric, so certainly wouldn't be on the punt return.
Horse collar looks like.
Yep.
On Moon, as we get a second look at it here, as Jay Smith took the punt return to the left side. Taken down by Ramon Dean. Yep, indeed. Nice call by the officials there to get that, to catch Dean on the horse collar there. He's got inside the equipment of Jay Smith. 1:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Woodland Hills now, after the penalty, moved all the way up to the 46-yard line, their own 46, but still good starting field position. Gavin Judson in the pistol. He's got 2 receivers to his right, run to his left. Judson takes a snap up the middle to William Clark, lowering his head, getting about a yard there, up to the 47. Looks like Coach Tim Boster just wants to try and power this one out as we're getting some rain here now in Moon Township.
Really picked up on the rain.
Out of nowhere, coming down hard.
Yeah, I saw a few umbrellas come out earlier, but now a lot more as the rain pelts down on the field, and we have a 2nd down situation, about 9 for Wolverines.
2nd and 9, Judson takes a shotgun snap. Looking over the middle to Jay Smith. Pass almost intercepted there by number 42, Christian Tanner. And, we want to see him go over the middle, but on a play like that where they had coverage over the middle, not the time to do it. He was trying to find Jay Smith there over the middle. But Tanner, the linebacker, just slips out of his hands. Possibly the wet ball from the rain had something to do with that. But 3rd down and 9 now with 30 seconds remaining until the end of the 3rd quarter. Gavin Judson in the shotgun gets a snap. He's going to look downfield. It's not there. It looked maybe like a back shoulder pass there to Gavin Yarbrough. But that falls incomplete, and the Wolverines will have to punt with 26 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we do nothing with that good field position, and hopefully we'll be able to get these Tigers back in 80 or 85 yards away.
Jeremiah Dean back there to return the punt from Chucky Hanchett. Decent snap. Chucky Hanchett gets it away. Not the best kick, but he did a good job of getting it away. Hopefully the Wolverines get a bounce. They do. That rolls inside the 25-yard line, where it will be downed at the 24. That's where Moon will start this drive with 16 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. As we talked about, this game is crucial for both teams if they want to try and get into the playoffs. In 5A, 16 teams out of the 24 make the playoffs, so that is why two teams who have been struggling this year, both at 2-6 overall and 1-4 in conference, that's why they have a chance to get in to the playoffs. You have to contend with teams like Gateway and Penn Hills and Penn Trafford, McKeesport. Yeah. If you fall down in terms of the teams that just managed to find their way in, but both teams still want to get in. 16 seconds remaining. Woodland Hills up 14-10. Flag on the play. Looks like it should be a false start.
Tigers will be looking at 1st and 15. May have to reset the clock. I thought it was a dead ball foul. They're still showing 14.8.
So Moon shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. They'll back up 5 more yards. Ball placed at the 19-yard line.
It will not reset the clock.
And the pitch out. Plenty of running room there for Jamal Littlejohn. He's hit hard once he gets to the 25, which is a yard past the original line of scrimmage. They actually might place this at the 26. It would be a pretty good spot for Moon. But a nice run there.
End of 3.
And that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we enter the 4th quarter, the rain is coming down here in Moon Township, and both teams getting close to the end of this one, and one team will still have a chance to make the playoffs at the end of this one. It's Woodland Hills 14, Moon 10 as we enter the 4th quarter. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Bush Brothers Car Care Center in Swissvale has been a Monongahela Avenue institution for over 30 years. Bush Brothers is a full-service mechanic and tire shop for all types of vehicles. Whether you need mechanical work, an alignment, state inspection and emissions testing, new tires, or just an oil change, Bush Brothers is the place for you. Bush Brothers Car Care Center, Monongahela Avenue in Swissvale, or give Martin and Jason a call at 412-351-5342.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
The rain is falling here in Moon Township as the Wolverines lead the Tigers 14-10. It's been a tough one for the Wolverines all game, certainly putting out a better effort than the first half as they struggled mightily in the first half and been able to get up another touchdown on the board and regain the lead. Wolverines have, but starting the 4th quarter, ball back in the Tigers' hands. 2nd down and 9 at their own 25-yard line. In the shotgun, McGowan, he is sacked in the backfield, taken down by Michael Coleman.
No chance for McGowan there. He didn't even have an opportunity to set his feet. And that ball is way back. They're going to spot it there at about the 17-yard line.
Mike Coleman coming on a corner blitz there. Something we haven't seen much of from the Wolverines, but you got to utilize it when you got so much talent in a guy like Mike Coleman, who plays cornerback and safety, headed to Toledo next year, and he is so fast and athletic and strong. You want to bring him in there, especially when you got an inexperienced guy in Tyler McGowan back there at quarterback for the Tigers. Play clock under 4, 2, 1. Delay game unless they got a timeout off.
I think they did.
It looks like they did. So the Tigers will take a timeout, and so will we. We'll step away for a moment with 11-12 left until the end of this game. It's Woodland Hills 14, the Moon Area Tigers 10. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
LG3 Entertainment is a first-class disc jockey and karaoke entertainment company that serves the Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. They offer a wide range of music entertainment for weddings, anniversaries, school dances, corporate events, and more. They also offer beautiful chair cover linen rentals to give your event the elegance it deserves. They offer many more services, so go to their website today and see why so many choose LG3 Entertainment for the best in family fun entertainment.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football.
Back here, a crucial 3rd down. McGowan throwing down the left sideline. Nothing doing there. Great coverage by the Wolverines. Blanket coverage. on Zach Jadlocki. It looked like Tavian Brooks. We'll take a look at this replay and see if we can get the number. If it was 8, it was Tavian Brooks.
Yeah, he's step for step.
And it was Tavian Brooks. Good coverage on Jadlocki, forcing the punt.
Standing at the 50, so any kind of return should be major positive for the Wolverines.
Punt away from Moon. Ball drops. And, Jeffrey Williams just gets out of the way at the last second, and Moon jumps on it.
It's not a bad punt in the rain. Took the Moon bounce and ends up at the 46.
Down by Ramon Dean. It looks like he wanted the ref to say that it hit Jeffrey Williams. Obviously it didn't, but it was close. But it came close to hitting him, but you might as well jump on that just in case. It wasn't going to roll too much further, though. The ball is placed at the 45-yard line of Woodland Hills. That's where they will start this drive. Again, good starting field position. 10:59 remaining until the end of this game. Gavin Johnson in the pistol. He's got Mike Coleman to his left. Anthony Meredith behind him. Give to Anthony Meredith up the middle. Nothing doing there. Wolverines looking like they're going for the conservative approach here. And, they've had struggles on offense all night. But, if it's me, you might want to try something over the top. Use that height advantage with Josh Rawlings. Use the speed advantage with Mike Coleman and Jay Smith. And look to go downfield here. And if you can get up by 2 scores, you could end this one.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a situation where you don't have confidence in Judson. I think late in the season here, you got to put the game in his hands.
He's shown you he's got a great arm. He can make some very good throws. And there's a false start by the Wolverines. Double clutch on the snap there by the sophomore Jameer Ulmer, who's done a great job this year, stepping in to be the starting center. Also sharing time with Angelo Hodge.
2nd and 14 for the Wolverines.
This is an offensive line that certainly has had trouble this year, but they've done a pretty good job with none of them playing last year except for left tackle Jeremy Thomas. They're all going to be back with the exception of Caleb Brevard, who's played on the offensive line this year at times. Givner and Thomas, DeJuan Howes, they will all be back, so that's good news for the Wolverines next year. 2nd down and 14. And looks like more movement by the Wolverines offensive line. Shooting themselves in the foot yet again. They will back up to about the 36, excuse me.
I don't have the stats here, but that must be 6 or 7 at least pre-snap penalties for the Wolverines.
The Wolverines have not been able to stay disciplined on the line, both sides all year. Defensive line has done a bit of a better job, but again, we're talking about that inexperience, and it's showing even the 9th game into the season here. Judson takes the snap, back to pass. He's getting pressured quick, and he's taken down and sacked. Didn't have much time to throw that ball. Taken down in the backfield, and this will be a 3rd and very, very long. About 3rd and 25 now. 3rd and 26, actually, with where they spot the ball.
That's what it is.
If you come out with more of a sense of urgency and you want to attack the defense, this may not have happened, but they came out a little sluggish, running the ball up the middle, exactly what Moon expected, and it's backfired.
And the penalties.
And certainly the penalties have hurt Wolverines a ton tonight. Judson takes a snap, rolling out to his right. Not much doing. He's going to get hit in the backfield and sacked and dropped again. Sack on the play by Ben Bladel. And the Wolverines backed up way back from where they started. They started at their own 45-yard line, and now they're back at their 15. So you got a 4th and 40 here.
4th and 40. Got any suggestions? Send them down to Coach Boster.
You just got to hope that Chucky Hanchett can get this punt away clean, as they're going to be coming. They're going to be coming. The Wolverines don't have any extra blockers back there. Bad snap, it rolls, but Chucky Hanchett gets it away. Fair catch called for, and he'll get it right at about midfield. So Chucky Hanchett does a great job of handling that low snap, and it'll be a key drive here. It'll start at midfield for Moon. We'll step away for a moment. It's 14-10 Woodland Hills with 8:21 remaining in this game. You're tuned into the Wolverines on the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Whether you need a new website or want to improve your existing site, Web Landings can serve your needs. Web Landings provides professional, easy-to-maintain websites for businesses, organizations, and individuals. Discover more at weblandings.com and find out how editing your site can be as easy as using a word processor. Plus, we offer 1 year of free hosting for any website developed. Visit weblandings.com today.
Back here at Tiger Stadium on their first down play, looked like they went to Jamal Littlejohn there for only maybe a gain of a half yard there as we approach 8 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Not much of a sense of urgency from either side, Dad.
No, there really
this is a close game. And Moon starting at midfield now, and now under 8 minutes. Play clock at 15. Up to the line.
3 wide receivers here, right.
Jamal Littlejohn ready to take the snap, basically in a wildcat. Fake give. Nothing doing up the middle. Looked like he was going to go to number 42, Christian Tanner, but he decides not to. And he'll keep it and stay at midfield.
His next snap may come inside of 7 minutes in the ball game.
Little pushing and shoving going on after the play there, and Wolverines have to keep their heads on straight and don't get involved in anything here on a key 3rd down and 10 with 7 minutes remaining in this game. Jet sweep, give to Jadlocki, who's going to cut up the middle of the field and get hit hard. Runs into a couple of Wolverines there. Big tackle there as the Wolverines are able to take Jadlocki down on the jet sweep. It looked like he might have some yardage as Jadlocki's got some speed for the Moon Tigers. He makes a nice cut here past Meredith, but he gets hit hard by, guess who? Michael Roman.
Michael Roman in on the tackle. I guess you could actually call that a little shovel pass because it left his hands and was in the air for a bit.
Yeah, it would go down as a pass, you're right. Down as a forward pass.
Low snap,
Low snap on the punt. He just gets it away. Jay Smith, he muffs the punt, but he falls on it. I was hoping actually that he just went away from that. Called a fair catch or went away from it, didn't even touch it. But he decides to pull it in, and after the low snap, a nice punt by the Moon Tigers. It looked like maybe Logan Young there. I couldn't tell if it was Logan Young or if it was McGowan on the kick. Jay Smith muffs it, but he's able to land right on it. Woodland Hills starts at their own 15 with 6:22 remaining in this game. You got to be careful. Obviously, you got to hold on to that ball. And it looks like Coach Tim Boss is going to take a timeout, and we will as well. It's Woodland Hills 14-10 over Moon with 6:22 remaining in this game. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Woodland Hills football is brought to you in part by the law offices of Owen Seaman. Owen is a Woodland Hills alumnus who studied law at Duquesne University and has been practicing law in the Pittsburgh area for over 15 years. Attorney Owen Seaman's experience encompasses virtually every facet of criminal defense. If you find yourself in need of criminal defense representation, call Owen at 412-721-0412 or visit owenthelawyer.com.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Woodland Hills with a crucial drive here, starting at their own 15. 6:22 remaining. The rain has fallen hard here at Tiger Stadium. They need to get a couple first downs here to get out of this danger zone. Judson in the pistol. Takes a snap. Gives straight up the middle to William Clark. Nowhere to go. Luffy hits him hard. Some forward progress, though, for the Wolverines. Will only give them a loss of 2. And you know they are expecting that run up the middle every time, Dad.
Yeah, they definitely are. And even with the speed that our running backs have, they just aren't able to set their feet and get around the tacklers. Certainly not able to go inside, as the Tigers have pretty much dominated the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 12 now from their own 13. The Wolverines look to get out of this hole. A quick slant to Mike Coleman. He can't bring it in. Looked like a great pass from Gavin Judson. I'm not sure if maybe that was, again, because of the wet ball or what, but Mike Coleman cut inside. made a great move off the line of scrimmage, was wide open pretty much, and he wasn't able to bring it in.
That ball wasn't tipped. I'm not sure.
Malcolm Johnson on the coverage, but he was behind Mike Coleman. I don't think it was tipped, as it was hard to see on the replay, but I think it was just a case of maybe the wet ball for Mike Coleman. 3rd down and long here. 5:42 remaining. William Clark, he's got some running room. He gets up the middle. 30, 35, 40. Along the sideline, he's taken out of bounds by number 13, Ramon Dean, but not before a huge 3rd down run by William Clark.
And no flags on the play, so that's going to stand. Ball all the way down to the 49 of Woodland Hills. You see Clark gets through the first wave, splits tacklers, cuts to his left, gets the ball in the left hand, and nearly outruns the defense, brought down by Ramon Dean on the sideline nearest to us.
Looks like Jameer Ulmer, the center for the Wolverines, lost his shoe. And he's still trying to get it on, having a lot of trouble. Next week, don't forget, the Wolverines cap off the regular season with a home battle against the Chartiers Valley Colts. That game again at the Wolverina. Woodland Hills looks to hopefully come off a win tonight. If they can finish this one off, they could be playing for a playoff spot next week.
There's still a long way to go here. 5:34 as the Wolverines regroup and will snap the ball right at the 49, 1st and 10.
Big run by William Clark. Gavin Judson in the pistol. 5:34 remaining in this one. Give to William Clark. Again, not much doing this time. Still able to worm through for about 2. Or maybe
3.
3, yeah, it looked like a little bit of a generous spot there. Gives him an extra half yard. As he's dragging Jamal Littlejohn with him. Well, I'll tell you, William Clark's tough run after tough run this year.
Yeah, I worry about that, though, doing too much at this stage of the game when the ball's wet and you're trying to stay up, and you know Moon is going to try to strip the ball.
Ball security, very, very important. Clock under 5 minutes now. Stacked line to the right. Gavin Judson in the pistol. Give to William Clark, and William Clark goes right. And he's going to get nice chunky yardage there up to the 44-yard line. But another 3rd down situation for the Wolverines.
3rd and 3. Let's not leave Coach Bosford with a decision here on 4th down. Let's get it here on 3rd and eliminate that.
3rd and 3. Clock at 4:20 now. Remaining in this game. A crucial 3rd down situation for the Wolverines. Another 1st down would be huge. Pistol formation, 2 receivers. Judson, a pitch out to Clark, and they read that one very well. But William Clark breaks a tackle down the sideline. He goes 20-15, cuts inside, taken down by Moon. That is Ramon Dean on the tackle again downfield for Moon. But another huge 3rd down run for William Clark.
Looks like they had him in the backfield, Eric, and he was able to break free and scoot down the right sideline. Ball's going to be spotted at about the, 10-yard line or inside the 10?
It looks like at about the 6-yard line.
About the 6-yard line.
He did a great job of fighting off Logan Young, the 6'2", 190-pound junior, and William Clark stepping down the sideline, taken down by Ramon Dean, as I mentioned, but just a huge run there on the pitch to get the sideline, and now clock at 3:50 and rolling. Wolverines 1st and goal at the 6. Give up the middle to William Clark. This time nothing doing is Brendan Luffy. Giving out some frustration there on William Clark as he throws him down to the ground. Big tackle. 2nd down and goal. But now it'll be backed up maybe 3 yards there. It looked like a loss of 3.
I'll try the other side with Clark here, Eric. Give him some room to get to the sideline. He's got a lot of room out there, and with his speed.
3:15 remaining in this one. Play clock at 16. Gavin Judson in the pistol. William Clark behind him. 2 receivers to his left. Give to William Clark. Steps through a couple tacklers, but taken down at the 6, which is the original line of scrimmage. So it'll put the Wolverines on a 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. And you know, this is something we've seen before. The Wolverines struggling when they get inside the red zone. They can't seem to finish drives. Last week, after a pick 6 by or almost pick six by William Clark. Took it down to about the 1 yard line against Seneca Valley. Couldn't get it into the end zone. And of course, this isn't at the 1 yard line, but you're inside the 10. Started at the 6, went back 3 yards, now up 3 yards, and now you're in a 3rd down and goal. And with under 2:30 remaining, see if the Wolverines can get this into the end zone.
Yeah, you don't want to put the pressure on Hanchett here.
Pitch to William Clark. He went past a Tiger right at the beginning into the end zone. Woodland Hills touchdown.
Nice blocking up front there by the Wolverines, Eric. They opened up a nice hole inside, and Clark took advantage of it and scampered into the end zone, and now they've opened up 10, possibly 11. He outruns number 75 early on, Brendan Luffy, and then he had a full head of steam up, and they were not going to deny Clark there, Eric, as he had the momentum, found the hole, and gets into the end zone. Possible 11-point lead here for
And it looks like Coach Boston is going to have to burn a timeout on an extra point, which is something you don't see often. Looks like maybe the Wolverines only had 10 on the field there as sophomore Taylon Brooks comes onto the field late.
Let's make it a moot point, I hope.
Well, Wolverines up 10 right now, 20-10 with 2:13 remaining. We're going to step away for a moment. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trev Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
There are a few things that guys like more than a great haircut at a real barbershop. And at the Barber's Inn on Washington Avenue in Swissvale, you'll find both. Plus, you can relax in style on supple leather sofas while watching their big screen HD TV. You can even shoot some pool while you wait. But most importantly, you'll walk out the door with a haircut or shave that you're sure to love. Walk-ins are always welcome at the Barber's Inn. For more information, call 412-271-7434. And remember, real men come to the Barber's Inn.
You're tuned in to Wolverine football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Back here at Tiger Stadium for the extra point, and we're going to have a pre-snap penalty.
I think it might have been Moon into the neutral zone.
Certainly could have been. They were getting a little eager trying to block it, and that's what it will be. So that'll put the Wolverines a little bit closer on the extra point attempt here.
This is all about the snap and the hold. Hanchett has plenty of leg. It's not a problem there.
So the Wolverines will try again here after the 6-yard touchdown run by William Clark.
Yeah, no point going for 2 here.
Hanchett ready. Snap is down, and that one's blocked by Moon. I'm surprised he got in there so fast.
He really
Malcolm
did.
Johnson got in there quick. I don't know how it was possible he got in there so quick because the snap was nice and got down fast. But nonetheless, the extra point is blocked. So Woodland Hills only up 20-10 right now. We'll take another quick break here before we come back. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Triv Life High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
ABOS Opticians on Braddock Avenue in Braddock is your one-stop optical shop. With hundreds of the latest frame styles and lenses, the skilled opticians at ABOS will help select and fit the best eyewear option for you. Plus, ABOS Opticians is the best eyewear repair facility in the area. No matter what your eyewear needs are, make ABOS Opticians your opticians. Call ABOS Opticians at 412-271-4424 or visit abosopticians.com.
You're tuned in to Wolverine football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, Chuck Hanchett getting ready to kick it away after the block extra point. Wolverines lead by 10 with 2:13 remaining. Taking it 6 for Moon. Trying to get away from a couple tacklers is, I believe that might have been Ramon Dean.
25-yard line.
Excuse me, not
26.
Ramon Dean. He's 13. That was 23, Malcolm Johnson. And again, getting a look at the touchdown run. Nice little toss there by Gavin Judson. A great cut by William Clark. He saw the hole, he hit it hard, and he was able to get what he needed for the Woodland Hills touchdown.
Yeah, DeJuan Howes was just looking for somebody to block, but there was nobody there, nor did he need to have someone to block because
Take a quick look at the standings here in the Allegheny 8. West Allegheny at the top, followed by St. Clair, Peters, and Bethel Park. And a big tie there. Big game tonight between Peters Township and Bethel Park. Baldwin next. Moon and Woodland Hills tied for 6th place. And then following in last, Chartiers Valley. Moon, empty set, 5 wide receivers. McGowan looking to his left. Just overthrown and just out of the hands, though, of Moon.
Yeah,
hard time to see the receiver there. See if we can get a number.
Interesting play development there. They had the wide receivers on the left-hand or on the right-hand side and went to the left-hand side where they had the single receiver. Not a bad ball thrown there.
Just out of the hands of number 3, Patrick Mack. Tell you what, McGowan's done a pretty nice job for being a freshman coming into this game unexpectedly. It's not easy to come in against a tough Woodland Hills defense. Play clock at 10.
Yeah, on a rainy night where he pretty much has to throw the ball, too.
McGowan looking. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket, but he's going to flip it out there.
Oh, almost picked off.
Almost intercepted there by Taylon Brooks along the sideline, but instead it's pulled in for a catch at the 30-yard line for Moon. That would have been the 3rd pick on the year for Taylon Brooks. But
again, we were screened off from that. I didn't see him even bring it in.
Yeah, it was hard to tell, but he did make a nice catch on that.
And you have to give McGowan credit for the throw as well.
Yeah, nice throw by McGowan. Great catch by Sean Brennan there and able to stay in bounds for the catch. 1:48 remaining. McGowan now looking deep. He gets rushed, and he is taken down in the backfield by, I believe it's Anthony Meredith. It sure is.
Untouched.
Anthony Meredith doing things on both sides of the ball for the Wolverines and getting a huge sack when they needed it. Now pushes Moon back for a 4th down and long, and this could be the game.
4th and 14, and I'm sure the Wolverines will give them everything inside there and hope to bring down the reception if there is a reception.
And be careful here if you're Woodland Hills. Clock approaching 1 minute left in the game. Woodland Hills up by 10. McGowan looking to his left and a little slip screen. Evades 1 tackler, evades 2, but then taken down at about the 25-yard line is Malcolm Johnson.
That'll just about do it.
And that'll be a turnover on downs with 59 seconds left in the game. Woodland Hills will get the ball back, and I believe Moon has a couple timeouts. We'll see if they decide to call him, but Woodland Hills probably could kneel this ball to cap it off.
Yeah, I don't think that Moon's going to down by 10 with under a minute to go. And you have your backup quarterback in there. It's looking beyond bleak here for the Tigers.
Ball at the 26-yard line of Moon.
I don't even hand the ball off here. Looks like they're in.
You got to play it safe if you're Woodland Hills. No reason to.
Victory formation.
As Gavin Judson mishandles the snap, and he's able to pull it back in and take the knee.
Doesn't look like Coach Lynn's going to call the timeout, so they're just going to run off the remaining 40-some seconds. And Woodland Hills has a meeting with Char Valley at the Wolverina next Friday night. A win over Char Valley will put the Wolverines into the playoffs once again.
Taking a look at it again at the Wolverina. Woodland Hills got a big game on senior night against Char Valley to sneak into the playoffs. And you know, it's as Gavin Judson takes the final kneel, Wolverines get a win on the road here at Moon, something they absolutely needed. You know, not the best game played by the Wolverines, but they come out of the second half. Great play by the defense throughout the game. And the offense did what they had to do, able to get a couple really big runs by William Clark. Some nice play by Gavin Judson as well at quarterback. The line was able to step up and make some big key blocks when they had to. It comes together for the Wolverines. They get a big win here.
Yeah, they did good things when they had to, Eric, and it didn't look good for a large portion of the game, especially right off the bat with 2 penalties before we even had a snap. But Coach Bostard kind of collected them, and they get the victory by 10.
So it's Woodland Hills 20-10, the victory over Moon. We're going to step away for a moment. When we come back, we'll have some post-game analysis. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Dawn and John at Matthews Auto Service have been serving the Turtle Creek Valley for over 40 years. In addition to being a full-service gas station, Matthews offers oil changes, state inspection and emissions testing, new tires, and light mechanical work. Matthews Auto Service, Monroeville Avenue in Turtle Creek, or call them at 412-824-0940.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Woodland Hills gets the victory here on the road at Moon, 20-10, and quickly going over the scoring here in the game. Woodland Hills' first drive did not start off well as they had a safety. They started with the touchback. They got the ball at 20, only went backwards after some penalties and a play in the backfield and a sack. So that was 2-0. Then after a couple drives, a touchdown pass from Gavin Judson to Michael Roman made it 7-2. Then after Moon strips the ball away from William Clark, takes it in the end zone, 8-7 on a blocked extra point actually by Woodland Hills. The score was at 8-7. Soon before the end of the first half, another safety as a low snap. Chucky Hanchett was unable to get the kick away in time, and he was taken down in the end zone for a safety. It was 10-7 at the half, and into the second half, it was pretty much all Woodland Hills as Moon was missing starting quarterback Dante Clay, as he was shaken up in the first half. That hurt their offense, certainly, but the Woodland Hills defense was doing great all game, so it's tough to make that excuse for Moon if you're Moon. But regardless, Woodland Hills came through with two big touchdown runs by William Clark in the second half to seal this victory 20-10 and head into next week looking for a big victory. We're going to step away here and come back with some more post-game analysis here at Moon. Woodland Hills gets a victory again 20-10. You're tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
State Senator Jay Costa is proud to represent Pennsylvania's 43rd District since 1996 and is happy to support the Woodland Hills football team. If you have an issue concerning state government, contact one of Senator Costa's 3 local offices. Senator Costa's offices offer a variety of services for constituents. You can reach Senator Costa's Forest Hills office at 412-241-6690 or log on to senatorcosta.com. The Triangle Bar and Grill in Swissvale is a proud sponsor of the Wolverines and has been serving the Woodland Hills community for nearly 3/4 of a century. The Triangle, located on Monongahela Avenue, is the home of the Battleship, the sandwich that made Swissvale famous. Plus, the Triangle has a full menu of specialty sandwiches you're gonna love. Call the Triangle at 412-271-9885 to place your order now. Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, with locations in East Pittsburgh and Turtle Creek, is a member of the Hall of Excellence of the National Funeral Directors Association. This reflects the same pursuit of excellence by our Woodland Hills football team, cheerleaders, marching band, students, staff, and faculty. For over 110 years, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home has been honored to serve local families and to be a proud partner of the Woodland Hills communities.
Life has its ups and downs. There are times when you or a loved one needs help. That's why you should know the name LGAR, Health and Rehabilitation Center. Located just minutes from the Monroeville Mall, the LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center has been known by locals for many years, and they excel in reputation, rehabilitation, recuperation, and residential living. The help and answers you need are just a phone call away at 412-825-9000. Also on the web at lgar.org. LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, a name you should know and a name you can trust.
You're tuned in to Wolverine Football, presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, again, Woodland Hills gets the victory 20-10 over Moon, and we're going to go over some post-game superlatives for the Wolverines. If you're looking at the play of the game, I think you have to look to that final touchdown run, the 6-yard touchdown run by William Clark, because it really just sealed the game, getting ahead by 2 scores for Woodland Hills, and they were able to take it and just pretty much end the game there.
Yeah, and how about that big third down run, Eric, that Clark had? That was a key play also. Kept the drive alive and then sent the Wolverines right down into the end zone. So Yeah, William Clark, definitely the standout this evening. You know, he's 5'9" listed, but he runs like 6'2", doesn't he? I mean,
Absolutely.
he really does.
He's a tough runner indeed, and that will lead us into the player of the game, which I believe should be William Clark, and I think you wouldn't disagree.
Pretty much a slam dunk on that one.
Yeah, William Clark did a great job all night of running the ball. You know, great effort all over the field by Woodland Hills. Quarterback Gavin Judson made some nice plays. The defense was fantastic, of course, and they played well like they did all season. Didn't give up any points to defense. All the Moon Tigers' points came off of the fumble recovery for a touchdown. I say recovery, and it was really stripped the ball away. Heitla did and took it in for a touchdown, and then 2 safeties. So the defense didn't give up any points. They played great, but if you look to the defensive stand of the game, I think you have to go with that key stop that came on that 4th and 1 by the Woodland Hills defense.
Yes, yeah, definitely. You don't want to give them the momentum to give them another set of downs. So, yeah, that was a key stop for the Wolverines, most definitely.
They were knocking on the door of the red zone, and Woodland Hills was able to get that key stop there. The ball was muffed. The muff snap a little bit helped, certainly, but Woodland Hills was still able to get the stop and not let anything crazy happen after that. As we know, crazy things can't happen at this field. As a couple years ago, Woodland Hills got a big pass from Dan Jones to Abram Abramovich on a quick slant, something we only got to see once tonight from Woodland Hills, but that play went all the way for a touchdown, gave the Woodland Hills the win in that game. So crazy things can happen, but Woodland Hills gathered themselves, took a deep breath at the half, came out, played great, and were able to get this win. And they head into next week, key game against Char Valley if they look like they want to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, fans come down to the Wolverina and see the Wolverines in action next Friday night. And a lot of hinges on that game. So Char Valley, you never know. As Eric said, in high school football, there can be some strange occurrences. So, by the way, I want to thank you for having me here as your color partner this evening. I enjoyed it very much.
Absolutely. It was fun having my dad, Jim Shula, here tonight. The whole crew, of course, Adam Gusky adds a lot to this broadcast. Wasn't able to be with us tonight. He'll be back next week, along with Larry George, director, camera operators, Lee Schaefer III, Joe Slick. All did a great job tonight for the Woodland Hills Football Network. It was a big win, 20-10 over Moon. Don't forget, next week against Char Valley, join us. You've been tuned into the Wolverines and the Tigers on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and the Woodland Hills Football Network, presented by State Senator Jay Costa.
Today's broadcast of Wolverine football was presented by State Senator Jay Costa on the Woodland Hills Football Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Wolverine football is also brought to you by the Triangle Barn Grill, Patrick T. Lanigan Funeral Home, LGAR Health and Rehabilitation Center, the law offices of Owen Seaman, Bush Brothers Car Care, the Barbers Inn in Swissvale, LG3 Entertainment, Web Landings, ABOS Opticians, Matthews Auto Service, and DeZubin Dental Associates. This broadcast has been a presentation of A.W. Gusky Productions and LG3 Entertainment. Copyright 2018.